I was just say, you know, I don't care. Fuck, I just take
Shout out to Marsh on those.
This is a big ass shoe.
Big ass shoe, bro.
You're now listening to the Sneaker Rocks.
Yo, Detroit is definitely in the building via your headphone stereo and speakers. This is the African Caesar.
And his big ass foot.
Yes. Wow. Nah, it's funny because Gino was just holding. Shout out to Ewing Athletics, by the way. They sent me a pair of the Mosh Ace Ventura joints.
They gotta look out for the influencers.
Absolutely. Simple legends.
Okay. So, no, he's holding the shoe. So, Gino, the smallest person on the show, is holding up the shoe. And, like, the whole time he's holding it up, I'm like, man, if I karate kicked you in your chest, your soul would jump out like Dr. Strange.
Are you going to have me look like Bruce Lee?
Man, well, who sent that video of, that was Guru. Yeah, Guru, it's like he just scours Instagram for, like, videos and pictures.
Not really.
I'm trying. You send the most links. It's between you and Gino, easily.
That is a big ass shoe.
That is a big shoe.
Who?
Say that again. Come again.
That's a big ass shoe.
I gotta. Can I say it? Like,
The
so
OJ
me
section was funny.
and Francis are here first, and like I'm making my drink, and I turn around and Francis pulls out the Chinese food out of his pocket. I was like, yo, like what?
I didn't need a bag. All I had was rice.
Was your leg like rather warm from that too?
No, I had it in my jacket pocket.
Oh.
I was like, what?
I just asked for a little thing of rice and put it in my pocket. I didn't need a bag.
Was that near the job or up here?
That was up here.
Huh? Yeah, you could have made a phone call or something.
Oh, there's a spot across the street?
No, there's a spot across the street.
And it's a Chinese.
No, this is
See,
over.
isn't it a Chinese place across the street?
I don't know.
You eat Chinese all the time.
Yeah, but
It's-
I didn't
you
know.
would know.
It looks like a Chinese joint. It's not a Chinese joint. It's actually an old printing company, if I recall correctly.
Gino's racist. Shout out to Dave too, by the way.
Not gonna deny it.
Part owner of Podcast Detroit Studios. So yes, shout out to him. So yes, Memorial Day weekend, we're the one asshole show that decided to show up to the studio to record a show.
That's us.
Yep. So sorry, Dave.
Dude, I told you, we will never be the obstacle. You guys wanted to be in, you're in.
Shout out to you. I thought somebody else was gonna be here, so I could share the guilt, but it's just us. So
All the lights is off.
I know, right? Like I showed that, like the parking lot is never this empty, and it was like,
Oh, yeah, Monday
man.
nights are insane around here.
I know, I was
So,
like,
wait,
uh-oh.
there's nobody here.
So I'm like, man, I just see Dave outside smoking by himself. I'm like, oh boy. But anyway, this is the Sneaker Box podcast / radio show live from the Podcast Detroit studios, a part of the Sneaker Board Detroit family, and of course on the DTLR radio network. Make sure, well, I guess I'll tease the segments. Bots won this weekend's release of the SP Gina Air Jordan 1s. Video gamers can now rock Air Jordans online outside of NBA 2K. Adidas can't seem to catch up with this one thing, and one man experienced every sneakerhead's nightmare while traveling via airplane. Real quick, anybody try to go after those Ginas? And how'd you do? Yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about then. That thing was impossible.
You should have went out there and took the test, the little Scantron
I mean,
test.
you probably would have did better.
You probably actually would have got 100.
And I probably would have saved
Everybody
money
else.
because somebody was like charging like $1,000 for them on StockX, and I'm like, you serious? Like, you do know these shoes release in like 2 weeks, right? Like on the sneakers app. Maybe not with the box.
I was gonna say with the box. The box is really the main thing I want.
I was gonna say that was the selling point of the shoe. But shout out to Gina though, because I remember when we first talked about it, it was kind of like, you know, people were kind of like, why is she getting her own shoe? But when you actually know the story, you hear the story. You know, she's a teacher and she's used sneakers as a way to reach her students. And you know, from me, my perspective, she's the most deserving collab of the year. So.
Have you not seen Travis Scott's shoes?
Yeah, deserving. She's the most deserving of this shoe. And I honestly think her one is better than his, but that's just me. Speaking of which, I know where I was at. I should probably like take a grain of salt, but somebody said the Travis ones were the best Air Jordan 1 ever. I was down at No Joke Kicks.
Shout
by
out
the
to
way.
Guru who's on the show today.
How you gonna shout out yourself?
Yeah.
Third person?
Yeah,
Right, like, Guru talking to third person now?
yeah.
Guru has something to say about this.
Hey, you should do that like for the rest of the show.
You should.
Like,
That's
seriously.
your shtick now.
Like as soon as you got something to say, be like, well, you know what Guru thinks about this.
Well, you know what? Let me introduce everybody then. So, obviously, the Guru is here. I'm just going to call you the Guru.
Oh, you stopped at Caesar and then you just went in. I was like, dang, man.
Well, no, I was going to go to the teas and I was going to introduce everybody after that. But
Okay,
since
you
you've introduced yourself,
I mean, I
I'm
know I'm not an influencer, Francis, so I wouldn't know what that life is like. You know?
Oh, man.
You a YouTuber? You a
Oh, yeah.
influencer?
I was
Oh,
gonna
you a
Sample
YouTuber too,
cable.
though. Time out. Technically,
No,
YouTuber
no,
too.
I'm not.
You was in some YouTube videos
I have.
too?
One video by myself, and the rest of the videos involve you guys. So it's not
Right.
I'm
I,
a
ain't-
YouTuber.
do you, I might have 10 videos.
You got way more. Sneaker Detroit, you have a ton of videos.
No.
That shit-
All the majority of the videos are all podcast videos.
No, remember all them sneaker reviews you were doing?
Dude, I literally did like 10 of them.
No, you did do 10.
It's like
You did 5 together. You did way more after that.
Okay, 15.
Oh, you did not. You did
It's like
some
15
with-
videos.
You
I
did
did-
some. You did some with that corner store, sneaker store downtown. You did some.
corner store?
No, Joe. You did some at the Sneaker Legends, and you did.
I did
some
2 at
at
Sneaker
Villa
Legends.
with me.
I did 2 at Sneaker Legends, and I did maybe 3 or 4 at No Joke Kicks.
And then we did it was like 5. Well, here,
You did a couple at Puffer Is.
Yeah, yep. Puffer S too. Yep. You've been
Yeah, I
around.
did do
You've
a
been
couple.
around, Pac.
Okay, I did less than 20. I'll put it like that. Not enough to be called a YouTuber.
You are.
You enough of a YouTuber to where remember you can add friends.
And
on
people
YouTube.
know you when
I
we
can
go to
add who?
SneakerCon. Out of any of us, people know you.
They
Outside
know,
of Jumpman.
bullshit. They
Outside
know,
of Jumpman Bostic, you're the most notable
Dog.
one.
they don't know
for
you.
good reasons.
No, they know me.
Thank you.
For positive reasons.
Thank you, Francis.
They know you I probably get recognized the most, but for negative reasons.
I don't. Yeah, you.
Guru get recognized too. He
No, I
like to
don't.
act. He like to act brand new.
Who says? Oh, there go Guru. Exactly.
Wait, time out. Time out. This man did a conversation at a SneakerCon. Like,
I had to
people know
climb my
you.
way up there too. So I mean,
Twice.
I mean, that's why I was SneakerCon. It was you had to go with the thing.
Twice. People know who Guru is. He like to act brand new.
I'm not, man. I'm just normal.
That's all I act. Eating his Chinese food out of his pocket. Francis 313 is over there, aka the Googler.
What?
And then of course the contrarian who so benevolently brought in some drinks today to celebrate Memorial Day.
Like I need it anymore.
I know, man. We
Always.
guys drinking cologne. I've never drink gin, bro. My uncle used to drink Seagram's gin. He'd be like, this way you
Seagram's
get
is
drink? Like, nah.
Sigrams, you keep that.
Bombay, no different. They just cousins, bro.
They cut.
Lil Uzi and Travis Scott, like,
How you like that, Francis?
It's really good.
Yeah, see? It sees.
I know I ain't tasted it yet. I'm about to. Let me get to
Keep in
this.
mind, the flavors are mixing, so he's actually
Facts.
drinking Kung Pao Gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Compound gin. That's what you drinking? Eating, drinking.
There's your new. It's Kung Fu Panda.
There you go.
There's your new nickname for him.
There you go. Social media. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at TSB_radio, Instagram at the Sneakerbox_radio, and on Facebook by the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. And I gotta say this too.
Oh yeah, you introduced Gino already, didn't you?
I did.
Cool.
I didn't have a name, though.
yeah.
I'm the benevolent drink maker.
I said Gino.
You said the contrarian, and then you said, by the way, he made drinks.
Okay, well, Gino Kicks. There you go. Follow him on Instagram at Gino Kicks. There you go.
Hey.
You happy now? One half of the. Oh no, never mind.
Nah. They over there.
Oh yeah, they.
They over there with your boy, actually.
Well, shout out to Jake because he keeping everybody employed over there. Shots fired.
I see what you did there.
Pew pew. I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Oh, you know what? Facebook, social media in general. So
Facebook.
look, this is what happened, right? Over the weekend, like I tried to make a post and I got flagged. I had to repost our show because we talked about Trump's tariffs and how they may impact sneakers. So the discourse, the political discourse, is so bad now that like if you put anything remotely political, they instantly like flag you, and then you got to like defend your post. You got to explain what you meant by your post. And I'm like, dude, like it wasn't like, we're not trying to convince anybody of anything political. It was literally talking about the tariffs and how they impact sneakers. And I had to, like, send them all this information. I had to actually upload my driver's license.
Facebook full of it. One, didn't they take away Louis Farrakhan page, right?
Yes.
But here's the video with Nana Pelosi, whatever her name is, Nancy Pelosi. That was fake that he kind of rendered. They let him post that, and they asked, "Why did you let them post that? That's not real." Well, they gave some BS answer. Like, come on, bro. I'm not. That's why I don't be on Facebook, man.
Because people, and their rationale was, well, people need to be able to make up their own minds as to what's fake or not. But yet you're flagging everything.
Exactly.
Louis Farrakhan, like, come on, bro. Like,
they slowed it down to what was it, 60% speed, so she sounds
slurred.
Yeah, like, come on. I was just like, come on, Facebook with the BS.
But I have to say, though, and we talked about this earlier, common sense ain't that common anymore. So,
I think is if you was like that with Farrakhan, with that post,
be consistent.
Yeah.
I
That's
agree
one
with
of
you
my.
on
That's one of my.
I'm just saying, like people are so gullible and dumb. I don't know if people are just gotten dumber, or I'm just more aware of people's stupidity. I don't know which one is which.
I mean, social media had let you know without leaving your house how many stupid people there is.
I hate social media because back in the day when it was just newspapers, you had there was barriers you had to break through in order for your shit to be heard. Now everybody has a Facebook profile in which now you can vocalize your stupidity, and that's the one thing I hate about social media is now enough stupid people have found each other to where now they feel confident in their stupidity, and now they talk. It's like a vocal minority. It's like you're an idiot, but because there's 10 other people that agree with you, you feel validated. And so,
in the words of Joe Budden, I missed it when the internet was a novelty.
Yeah, I agree. I argued with somebody the other day. I'm like, because they was like, why do they still want to see his tax returns? Like the same reason you wanted to see Obama's birth certificate.
Bro,
how? What?
You need to see your tax returns because
every president has done it.
Yeah. Also, too, when people are saying when you speaking on taxes, what are you paying taxes? So when you show your tax returns, it's gonna reveal your true ulterior motives when you make your tax proposal bills and tax cuts and things of that nature. If you ain't got nothing to hide, we already know what it. Even Mitt Romney, he slow to do it, but he eventually did it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
That's if you have nothing to hide. Right? So
it was also going to show that he has been conflict of interest running businesses, which he's not supposed to.
While he's in the White House.
Yeah, that's why he don't want to show it.
Yeah. Yep. I just, what kills me about him is that literally there's tweets that he posts that completely contradict the shit he's saying now. For instance, when Obama won, he thought it was through the Electoral College. He was talking all this shit about abolishing the Electoral College until he won via the Electoral College. All of a sudden, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like, dude, and it's so much double talk. And I understand it's politics, but I feel like at the same time there's levels to it. I got to an argument with somebody else talking about the bankruptcy thing. And he was like, well, every business, is filed for bankruptcy or, that's a normal thing. Yes, it's a normal thing in business, but not 5 or 6 of them. Everybody gets a speeding ticket, right? But not everybody has 20.
And my thing is, with him having that amount of money, his filing for bankruptcy is not having to deal with those bad businesses. If you do something bad, mismanage your money, and your money go under, you got to eat that bankruptcy. When you go apply for credit cards or houses, they see that bankruptcy. You got to deal with high interest rates or even getting approved. With him, he did it so he wouldn't have to, I'm in a bad position. File bankruptcy. I'm out of here. See you later. And the people that you owe and the debtors that you owe, they don't get paid.
No.
So that's the problem with it. It's like, bro, you got the money and you just filing it just so you want to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is why I stopped arguing on Facebook because, once again, idiots are they are because it's you think you spend all this time thinking of a rational response, and then they just respond with, "We're making the libtards angry." I'm like, that's your reason? That's your rationale?
I think that the best meme that I've seen so far that explains it is that arguing the internet is like playing chess with a pigeon.
Yes.
No matter how good you are and whether you win or not, the chickens or the pigeon's just going to strut around and shit all over everything anyway.
Yeah, that's probably the best analogy. I'm going to use that from going forward. But that's exactly what it is. So that's why I've fallen back.
Game.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Honestly, it's some stories.
One dude tried to call me out. I think they was showing rappers wearing nail polish. I'm like, I put that nail polish with the face over the hand emoji. And he gonna be like, why are you judging people? And other than that, I said, why are you judging me judging people? So you're the same thing as I'm, right? right? So what are you talking about? Well, that's his prerogative. I said, cool. If you don't find nothing wrong with it, I just look at your profile. Why aren't you wearing any nail polish?
Because he knows there's something wrong with it. come on, man.
I do. I was like, whatever, man. I'm about to argue because sometimes I be wanting to light people up, but I just like keep scrolling. That's my maturity level. Like whatever.
Oh, in case you want to talk to us and defend Trump's honor or otherwise, make sure to call us on our show and talk to us with your sneaker comments and questions every week from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 248-579-5295. Let's get right into it. We got our 5 sneaker releases from the previous week, and no, we're not playing the drop because I don't want to. Number 5.
Wow.
We got the Diamond Supply Company Special Edition Puma Sale California Dreamin'. Clean shoe, very dapper, is good, especially for the spring, summer. It's basically all white pair with hits of that Diamond Supply colorway, clear outsole. So
The Diamond Supply colorway.
that Tiffany,
Tiffany color?
Yeah, they use the same colorway essentially on every shoe.
Facts.
So the real clean shoe, I thought it was real cool. Honestly though, I gotta say, just in general, like I haven't really been moved by a sneaker. Even when I got the 4s, I thought I'd be more excited than I was when I got them. When I got them, I was just kind of like, okay.
It's been a slow year, man.
Yeah. Number 4, we got the John Elliott Special Edition Nike LeBron Icon Triple Black. Cool shoe. Still
Cool.
not going crazy
It's
over
a
'em.
cool referee shoe.
I don't even. Can you wear that as a referee? It's a little
It's
too.
not a referee shoe. I mean, I like it. I probably would.
It's a little too flashy for a referee.
I think with the route that we're going with the John Elliott LeBron collaboration, I'm really not feeling the all black though. Like I like the stuff that had more color to it. Even the gray pair was a
Well, the white and black pair was always the dopest one.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like this is
They
all
just
black.
get dirty so fast. This one the smoke gray, but I think the best one that's going to come out if they release it is that caramel colorway. That's going to be the best one with the peanut butter bottom. Yeah,
I gotta
that's
see
one.
that. Number 3, we have the Wanto Special Edition Adidas Young One, and I never thought a Young One would make it on this list, but yeah, these are dope.
I feel like a young one's been
Yeah,
on the list
that
before.
orange one
Yeah.
did.
Remember?
Yeah, you're right.
The
orange
original,
one did it.
the original,
Yeah.
the OG young one.
The OG, OG young, the
Call
old
it-
young one,
Yeah, we're gonna call it OG already.
old young one. Yeah, these were dope though. These are black and yellow, real cool, and they had like some type of special lacing system. Francis, you all right? Like a robot without the battery. You just
I
wind
know
down,
he looked like he was questioning his life decisions.
Nah, I've been drinking.
putting that Chinese food in his pocket. Wasn't
I
the move.
should have got
He
the.
gonna pull an egg roll out next.
I know, right? Like a cigar.
He looking.
Gonna clip the end.
Where's the fortune cookie?
He was looking for it too. Like you saw him, he was like, "Damn, where's that?"
You
at?
know it's in there.
I've been drinking all day.
Man,
That's showing the response.
man.
That's his version of I am.
I know we gotta start hanging out with him on Memorial Day.
I was drinking yesterday too,
Jesus,
and playing Spider-Man.
Spider playing on what?
PS4.
PS. Yeah, okay. That's like the only reason I want to get a PS4 because that game is sweet.
Yeah, PS4 is the way to go. And I've had both. I actually like PS4 better.
PS4 is the way to go.
PS4's better.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I would understand this coming from you. You don't have an iPhone.
Because first of all, let's quit acting like iPhones are better. It's better by name. Like first of all, they take all of the specs from an Android, and then because they throw an Apple logo on it, y'all act like it's better.
I would say there's someone who got how I go about my phones every December. I buy the best phone that came out that year. So I've had Note 8 and I have an iPhone 10s. I feel like the iPhone has a better operating system. And I looked at it. What do I do most? I take pictures, I text, and I
Sounds
use the internet.
like Guru has commitment issues.
No, so my thing is that phone does that better. No, I do. I know I don't.
No, I just love his hot take. Like he's just like
So I feel like this phone does take better pictures than the Note 8 I had. The text messaging interface when you're texting other people is just.
Well, if you're comparing an Apple 10 to a Note 8 and not a Note 9, then that tells me everything.
I'm saying no, the operating system. I mean, this is their better operating system. I feel like that's why their pictures is better too. That's why I feel. There's years where Apple. I feel like from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 8, that Android had that. I feel like this year here,
I mean, would it be
Apple got it. Would
Well-
it be this year in September? We'll see what's
I
popping.
was gonna say it'll probably. Honestly, it'll probably end up being Samsung because I
Yeah,
feel
probably.
like Apple has done nothing but continuously this entire year release an iPhone 10 like every.
Well,
couple
wait,
months,
the
like
new one comes out in September. That's why I said this September.
Wait, is it
Not to mention that, like, literally anybody that deals with cell phones, like, on that level, will tell you a Samsung has always been better and that they have always been well, not always, but as of late, and that they have literally been taking some of the specs from an Android and placing.
Well, yeah,
it
they
into
have
Apple.
been late with it, but I feel like with the iPhone, I feel like it's more fluid. Like I like Android's free reign with the apps, but I feel like this camera is better.
Well, like to
Even though
your
it's
point, like I was rocking a 6S Plus since it came out. I just got an XS.
Yeah, because the 7 to 8
Yeah, that was all
nothing.
trash.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Exactly.
That's why I said.
Yeah.
From the 6 to the 8, that Android had that, and I feel like the 10, the Apple got it by a slight, and then this September we'll see who really going for them.
And I care about myself, so I'd never get an Android. So
I had a problem with no Android. It's just I'm really open minded when it comes which phone I can get the most out of.
Yeah, and for the most part, for everybody, it's usually.
I like Apple. I like Android. Samsung's fast charging, but I feel like my battery life has lasted longer.
I will definitely give Samsung a lot of credit for that.
Yes.
The technology that they have had from wireless charging from the get go.
Yeah.
It took Apple, in my opinion, way too long to catch up to that.
But my thing is with Apple though, like even with the face recognition, this face recognition works better than any face recognition I had on any Samsung.
I'm not big. I mean, honestly, I'm not using face recognition. I'm just too paranoid about that shit. So
What?
that's just me though.
You type
That's
in
just
your
me, though.
hieroglyphics.
Hell yeah.
but you're an influencer, so all your information's out there.
Exactly. And I don't think that the Samsung information isn't as protected as the iPhone ones.
It's true too.
Yeah, so they can still get your information without face recognition.
No, I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel now after that hack, they got more personal.
I mean, like really though, like I guess I'm speaking from, but I'm like, I'm not really hiding anything on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I go to
Put it this way:
I go to the same 9 websites, and 3 of them are porn. So
Pornhub.
Right. What are the 3? Nah, you know what? Never mind. Don't answer that.
I shout out to Pornhub.
You know what? Taking myself for asking that question.
You know, here, this is since everybody got a segment, this is my one segment. We can get back to sneakers, right?
we all got. What's my segment?
This is my gurus that has nothing to do with sneakers segment, right?
Drunk
you guys are gonna
Francis
love
is your segment.
this is you guys are gonna love this, right? So
half and half
this is
podcast.
this is all alleged, right? We don't want no losses, right?
This is
half
a sneak
sneaker,
peek.
half
So
video
Hollywood
podcast, half and
unlocked.
half.
Hollywood unlocked staff, right? So Page 6 reports that O.J. Simpson previously boasted about being hung like a horse and breaking Kris Jenner, right? His best friends.
Why is that news on this show?
Yeah, right. So here, it's not news. It's just what the O.J. said at the end is hilarious,
Is this
right?
a sports segment?
No, it's not sports segment. No.
This
So
is a little
additionally,
sneak peek to the half. and
right?
half
So
podcast.
Yeah, I know.
no, it's not. Simpson's former manager Norman Pardo shares in his documentary "Who Killed Nicole" that Nicole Simpson and Robert Kardashian went to bed early one night while vacationing, leaving OJ and Chris alone in the jacuzzi. In addition to explaining the alleged affair ruined each party's marriages and friendships, Pardo recalls OJ said he stood up, pulled his shorts down. I give you exactly what he said. Her eyes bulged out her head. I effed that B until I broke her. He said they had to take her to the hospital at 2 or 3 in the morning. She came to his room and said, "Can you take me to the hospital?" OJ said, "No, have Rob do it."
I'm not any better in my life right now.
Now I wish we had just stuck on the subject of what 3 porn stars websites that you go to.
That was just ridiculous.
Wow.
That actually sounds like something OJ would have said.
Doesn't say that go have him do it. Like you imagine taking your wife to the hospital because another dude broke her.
I was talking about OJ like literally like standing up, pulling his pants down. I broke her.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
I don't even know.
I don't even know how to move on from that. I just feel like we should end the show on that note.
Yeah.
I mean, for Francis' sake, we probably should.
Man. So yeah,
Francis not
anyway.
feeling good from that rush hour Chinese food.
I'm feeling great.
Oh, I didn't get the number 2. Number 2, we have the Nike SB.
Why does this one make it number 2?
Why did it make it number 2?
Yeah.
I
was trying to show some love to Gina. 'Cause I thought her whole thing was dope with the box and the little apple.
feel like I should have my own Jordan collab.
So what we gonna do when JB get his own?
It's going to be 1 through 5.
Yeah, basically, it's going to be all 5.
It's gonna be a fusion.
You know what it is? Oh, that's what it should be. It should be a fusion.
They gonna give him his own Dub Zero.
Oh, man, God, no.
Actually, I would wear the first 3 Dub Zeros. That white, black, and Lions blue looking one. The white and orange one.
Oh, the white and orange laser.
Yeah, and there was one other one. I forgot.
Well,
the
I mean,
color.
it was, of course, all laser. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
that white and orange pair was hard.
Anybody go for this Chicago LA shoe?
No.
Chicago.
First of all, I'm tired. Like I'm so tired of the Chicago colorway. I'm done with it. Y'all could have just came out with
Whatever.
LA
Wait
colorway.
till you go, Nick. Wait till you go to All-Star Weekend in Chicago next year, and they got them "We the Best" 3s that's coming out. You saw them?
No, I'm talking about the Chicago ones. I'm like, they didn't came out with like so many different
that's-
variations of the Chicago one. It's like, dude, like enough already. I was over them. Like, had they just come out with that LA colorway, maybe I don't know, but
Hold up, are you over all of the ones though? 'Cause you
honestly,
seen-
I'm starting to get past the
You
ones.
seen that K54, that mid?
Yeah, that shit was
straight.
trash.
Really?
The 8 was terrible too.
No,
That
them
was
8s are
That
nice.
one is hard with the
That
jewel,
one- that
with the
8 is
jewel
nice.
swoosh.
bad. The 8.
I'll take them
no,
8s. I'll take them 8s
I
with the
like them.
quickness.
I like them both.
Hey, cool. Keep that energy then, because
Eight-
that's one
them
I
less
actually
person.
like both
the
of them.
8s is like you get the little puzzles you had in kindergarten. You had to put the triangles together to make shapes. Like that's what it was. Just
Them 8s are
look-
nice, y'all. I'll take them.
No. Out of when you look at that colorway compared to all the Kai 54 colorways, it's the worst.
K.
Kai.
Is it the?
whatever.
I don't know if it's the worst.
Quay.
Because that one year where they came with the ones, it was just blue and
The
black.
red ones, the blue.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
like-
Suede, black and
All
blue.
black
I straight on
with-
those.
All black with
And then
that
what
That was
the
basic
friends
as-
and family ones?
basic
like
as hell.
split or
Yeah,
something?
those were decent, but it's like
Those are basic as hell. Those
no,
are the worst.
you
I was
can
gonna
have-
say that's why I like that one mid because it's got that jewel swoosh and that's like
I
that's
don't hate them.
different.
I just don't like one mids. That's my hang up.
Look, I take that jewel swoosh though. That's all.
More power to
'Cause it's
you.
different.
I take the 8s. You get the ones, I take the 8s. How about that?
Let you say you gonna take the mates when Jumpman is back in here.
Yeah,
say that to his
that's
face.
what I'm saying, man.
I like 8s. I don't. What the hell? Like, who said I didn't like 8s?
You did.
I didn't say I didn't like 8s. I said he wasn't my favorite Jordan. There's a difference.
So
Nah.
if something isn't your
I didn't say I hate
favorite-
the 8s.
No, hate
Because it's
is
not my
don't like-
favorite doesn't mean it's not my. I hate it.
You
But it also means you don't like it.
No, it doesn't.
They're
I said it's not my
I only wear
favorite.
them when it's raining.
Like when you say it's your favorite, it's like it's high up there on the list.
Yeah.
The 8s are on the list. It's just not high up there.
Where is it at on the list?
Like somewhere in the middle.
A number.
I don't know. Like it's like how many Jordan colorways?
No, I'm just saying the silhouette. The silhouette
Oh,
itself.
silhouette.
Silhouette itself.
God damn, we gotta take the time with the show. I'll
Exactly.
rank Jordans. And
Exactly. It's
I
not even
was
your
gonna
top
say,
10.
yeah.
it's not in my top 5.
Give me that
It's not
one.
your top 10.
One to
It's
30.
like 30 pairs of Jordans. Even if it didn't make the top 10, if
But
it's
it's like
11.
the 15 is 15 good Jordans. Like everybody will like.
one
So
one
I
to
mean,
33. Where
I was
where
going
did
to
the
15.
1 to
Huh?
33? Where did the 8s rank?
Oh, God damn it. Can I just go through? Okay, let me just
No.
go. Let me just start with 1 and just work my way down.
Well,
Nah.
you know, we got this the whole
Because I gotta
show.
put him in. Because I gotta put it in order. I
Pick a
gotta
number.
actually think about it.
13.
All right, you know what? 11.
All right,
11.
All right, perfect. Done.
11. There you go.
All right,
like I
you're done.
said, they're not in your top 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't say they were,
I said that you weren't.
and I didn't disagree with you on
Yeah,
that.
he was.
I mean, they
Once again, that would fall in line with me saying they're not my favorite, but I don't hate it.
they in the top thirds.
Oh shit!
What?
Something occurred to me.
Saw the Matrix.
What?
No, yeah, I did watch The Matrix. That the SB and SB Gina is Shoe Palace.
Wow. Wow. Breaking news on the Sneaker Box podcast.
Time to go home.
Man, yeah, we should end the show on that. We'll talk more about it on the Half and
You
Half
know what?
podcast.
No, I know what it is. He thought it was a sneaker box. He thought it was us and Gina.
Wow.
That's what you thought it was, right?
Man,
I just can't wait to get my own Jordan or shoe.
What the hell? Wow,
Oh,
you
said
really,
the
that
SB.
literally.
I thought you were talking about the SB for the SB Jordan 1, the LA to Chicago, NYC, Paris. Yeah.
Oh, those are.
Why were they going to Paris anyway?
Man, I don't even know, man.
That's probably one of the bigger international markets, though.
That's just okay. What they got to do with skateboarding?
and those in it's all out.
I say did what LA Chicago got to do with skateboard.
Well, LA makes sense. I don't
But
know why
Chicago-
Chicago did. I
Because
agree.
it's Jordan.
I agree.
Exactly.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying I understand the LA aspect of it. I don't understand the Chicago, Paris. I can understand New York because New York is just that market. But
What about Miami?
I mean, if we talk about skateboarding cultures, well, I mean that's all West Coast.
I just New York.
Yeah, New York skate.
New York's.
I mean, but it started out there though.
So they need
If you're
to
paying
make-
homage to it,
They need to make some surface.
that was the whole
days,
point of them
man.
using the Jordan 1.
No, I
Like,
think it was more so the Jordan Chicago LA rivalry when he won.
Okay,
his
let's
first
just be
one.
honest though. They were just trying to find a story to fit.
I totally don't agree. It was a reaching with 5 fouls. I totally agree with.
Thank
the
you. They were
comment.
just reaching
So
for
I'm
the
just
story.
saying, like that's why they went.
Let's
with it.
not think too hard and act like there was a real story behind this release. It was.
I mean, it's a common one they've always went with. They put the
Yeah.
Laker color on the 6s. They put like it's just
Yeah.
what they
But
do.
I mean, that's why I said, what was the purpose for NYC to Paris? I mean,
There
I
was
guess you
none.
say other than like if there's
There
like,
was really
is there
none.
like
They had that colorway and it was like, what are we gonna call it? New York and Paris. Let's
I
go.
was gonna say, is there a huge skate culture in Paris?
I would have no
Yeah.
clue. Is
yeah,
it?
this, yeah.
Okay.
I figured it would be a bigger skate culture in like Germany.
I mean, you can't do nothing else. The food terrible, so might as well skate.
Where?
Oh, in Paris?
Paris.
What? Yeah.
Oh,
no.
we got French fries.
No.
French
They don't
toast.
eat that shit. Don't sound like that. They
Crepes.
Paris got great food, yo. I don't know who told you that.
Paris food is. I don't think it's great.
Have you been to Paris?
Yes, I've been to Paris. I feel like Paris food isn't that great.
Paris is not
London
bad.
food is the worst. I haven't had.
No,
London
I
food.
agree
My
with you on
sister
that.
had
London food
food.
is bland as hell.
Paris, no.
Ain't no flavor. You might as well eat fish and chips the entire time you're there, which I did.
Nah, I can't.
It's like they had a tartar sauce shortage too, because it's like they give me like 2 big pieces of fish and then like a thing of tartar sauce like this big, like a sample.
Maybe that's because most people don't use that much like dressing and stuff on their food.
No, they have no flavor over there. It's like they don't have no taste buds in London.
They might not.
Like seriously, there's no salt, there's no seasoning, there's nothing.
You supposed to just drink the beer with it, probably.
Oh god, yeah, well, no, that's the only thing they put flavor in.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you get your flavor.
Like Jesus, they food is healthy for you though, because they don't use no fructose corn syrup. Like they don't even use the sugar no more. They're using like honey for like their pop. They're using like all natural stuff. So healthy for you. That's why they all in shape. But yeah, no flavor at all. Anyway, and then number 1 is the SP Gina Special Edition Air Jordan Retro 1 High OG.
Hey, Francis, what that SP stand for?
Shoe pal.
Oh, there we go.
Man, wow. Maybe we should have had to go down there and do that Scantron test. Like,
Francis would have been walking around like, why the hell are we here?
Man.
what's the name was there too? Frank Cooker, and they were there at the store. Okay, maybe. All right.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, a lot of
So
people.
why weren't you there, influencer?
I know.
Because they're mailing his.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
wish.
right.
Gina gonna deliver his
If-
personally.
His isn't going to be in a lunchbox. It's going to be in a cooler.
Exactly.
If that was the case, I would have been on the website.
So they gonna
With a
have,
with a
I was
diploma.
gonna say they're gonna have Gina show up in the yellow school bus for Caesar with the shoe.
The school bus is for his shoes.
Wow.
It needed.
That's crazy.
All y'all can go to hell.
And Nike's like, since you're already going out there, give him the rest of his samples that we owe him. You know what I'm saying? So.
Wow.
It must be nice, man. I sit next to a legend and an influencer every single
I got 2
Monday.
shoes.
Monday. No, you didn't get more. You
I got
more
3
than 2
shoes. I got 3 shoes.
And then,
It's mine.
the influencer take your ideas and sell them off to Nike so that he can get more shoes.
Exactly.
I got 3 shoes.
That's why I feel the league is eternally.
3 shoes.
You got more than 3 shoes.
Yeah.
I got 3 shoes. I can name
I'm
you the
just talking about
shoes.
collectively, not just for Nike. You got A6 joints, even though they wasn't your size, you still
They're
got
not even
them.
his size.
Exactly. Ewins. You got the Jordan
Shout out to
samples.
Noah Godowitz, by the way, too.
Oregon Ducks. What else you get? You got some Chinese
Oregon
New Year
Ducks?
6s, the Oregon Duck LeBrons.
Okay, yeah.
Soldiers. Exactly. You don't remember. You got them
He can't keep
6s.
track.
Can't keep track.
Exactly. Come on, man.
That's 3 shoes from Nike, though.
Bro, you still got more on the way. You know what I'm
How?
saying? You got the Detroit to Dallas SBs on the way. You got what else you got? You got the
When you rub the navy blue off.
Exactly.
Red.
Exactly.
blue.
And he got the Panda Express A6 gel like 5s coming. Like
They don't even fit 'em.
you got some heat coming, bro, that nobody else got. Jordan Brand dropped Kawhi just so they can give him the shoes for you, man. Like,
If y'all want to hear my response, tune into the Half and Half podcast.
so I mean, come on, bro. You get it's what it is, bro.
That's some bullshit.
If they don't send you the shoe, we don't know what it look like.
All the pictures on Sneaker by Detroit are his personal
This
ones.
nigga by Detroit are his.
Exactly.
Are his, man.
Oh, wow.
That's why they be shrinking the picture to make it look like a 9. Like, nah, we know it's a 15, bro. Oh, and who's the king of Photoshop?
You know what's funny? Buckeye City. So, I will say this, though. I just don't have the stamina to argue with you today, so I'm just going to roll with everything you said.
Because it's facts, man.
Are you not gonna argue back? So we
I don't
can
have it in me.
So we can keep
Facts.
going.
I feel like
All right, come on,
I
keep
should
going.
reserve my energy for like something that's worth arguing.
Because you know it's the facts, man.
Ugliest release of the week.
Can't argue against the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's bullshit. Ugliest release of the week, and there's a lot of them. I don't know what to go with. I'm gonna go with. There's some bad ones. I'm gonna go with the young one, the Adidas young one Snake. Even though Nike tried to drop a M2K Techno Snake colorway as well. I don't know what this whole Snake thing is about, but y'all need to
I don't know
stop.
why they dropping MT2K
Period.
55 Techno, like whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
why.
MTKs is like basically they nothing but what?
They Monarchs all
Monarchs.
over.
Yeah, they Monarch.
Basically,
They're like the like Mercedes, and you got the what's that joint called? The Mercedes, the AMG. Like they nothing but some AMG Monarchs. That's what they are. That's what 2Ks are.
But it's weird though when you see these brands like all jump on like one theme.
I'm gonna get a gray pair. I saw a gray pair for $45. I'm gonna get one.
Oh wow.
Turn into a hype beast.
No, I'm actually a dad. That's a dad shoe. That's all. I'm doing that.
But yeah, this whole snakeskin phase need to just play out. Like,
It probably will once the foams drop. That'll probably be the end of it.
God, I'm getting nauseous thinking about those. But there is some other ones like the Air Jordan 3 Explorer. That's that boot looking shoe.
The Air Jordan Utility.
Yeah, they could have kept that.
Yeah, they could have kept that. I don't know. You want to say something nice about it?
Yeah, I know you're gonna grab these.
The hell am I supposed to say about that?
I don't know. Say something nice. You got to.
I'm gonna just keep drinking.
Nah, that's your segment. Like you think Guru, he came up with it.
What?
Pull up the shoe.
Y'all gonna get these, man? All-Star Weekend.
I don't know.
C's will.
He's gonna get the
you know what?
grateful
These
ones.
are the C's are gonna have the Khaled joints. We're gonna get the GRs. You know what I'm saying?
C's
He's
gonna be
getting-
in the
C-
video with Khaled when
Yeah,
Khaled
exactly.
is debuting the shoe.
C's is getting the grateful three.
And he
They're
got
getting the ungrateful.
And his
threes.
rollout gonna be like Father of Mackenzie. They already got his rollout for him. We're gonna
Daddy
get
love you,
Gina, we're
baby.
gonna get Gina out the way. Then we got C's coming up next for the end of the summer.
Hey,
Must be nice,
I was
man.
gonna say, probably if you listen like really closely to the Father of Assad album, you probably can hear C somewhere in the background on the ad lib.
Yeah.
you got me.
Grateful. Thank you.
We the best.
So,
Yeah, while he's looking up that shoe,
I'm doing what?
what shoe
look
was
up the Jordan 3 Explorer Anthracite.
Trash.
And you know that's not gonna be the colorway, right?
Best shoe this summer.
Yep.
Best shoe this
Michigan
summer.
5s.
Michigan 5s, the yellow joints.
I agree. And I love
I
that
will-
patch on the back. I love
Yes.
that.
I'm definitely getting
Oh yeah,
that.
because it looked like the old patch from like the jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that.
What y'all think about these black Tinker 3s?
They're cool.
Yeah, you could've kept that.
They're all right.
And these Lakers.
The best colorway was they're cool too. The best colorway was the first one,
Oh, where the hell is the snake?
the
skin?
Tinkers.
I definitely.
But everybody just sounds lethargic.
I don't know.
What was I gonna say? God damn it, I'm thrown off.
I-
You know what? There was a controversy too over the weekend about the bread 11s.
Controversy.
Dang, Jumpman out here. Okay, so the playoff 11s. I wanted to tease them with that, but
Oh, what with that 45?
no, not the 45. But I forgot who somebody posted. They supposed to. This is what I hate when people post stuff early and they act like this person is just connected. This is what happens when people that you think is connected ain't connected. So he posted a picture
C's
of some the low cut patent leather 11s. Talking about these are the ones that are gonna be released this weekend. First of all, that was the one for 2012 because if you notice the direction of the Jumpman, it was the opposite direction, and at a 23, like people are so gullible. Like you can literally, if you got enough followers and you post something online, people go crazy,
Duh.
and
That's how it worked.
apparently, and it's
You
just
just not
like,
realizing that? You of all people, you an influencer. You haven't realized
Exactly.
that?
That's
this
what
really gonna be a thing on the show.
you've helped create this climate.
Wow,
I was gonna say you're supposed to be one of the gatekeepers.
wow.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You like
Wow.
you like in Thor the Bifrost. You supposed to stick your foot down and
Wow.
if hype beasts coming in, you cannot let them come in.
Wow.
Only the true OGs.
What the hell you done put in this cup?
only
What
the
you got
true
in this cup,
OGs. Only the true OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely didn't give him what I had.
Hey,
to
he
rock
threw it
with.
off the backboard. I had to.
Man, he put some powder in there.
No, absolutely not.
What was Idris Elba name in the Thor movie?
I don't know.
Oldenhorst, Oldenheimer.
Yeah.
Heisenberg.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. We go Heisenberg.
We gonna go there. Yeah, that's you.
Okay, cool.
I mean, he died, so I mean, if you're okay with that.
Spoiler alert.
Again,
Look, if you ain't seen Infinity
if you
War,
haven't seen any of them by now, you just suck as a human. So
I ain't gonna say all that. But
I will.
You
Say
don't
it
get to
first.
see spoiler alerts.
Heimdall.
Hendo.
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Heimdall. That's
Oh,
his name.
Heimdall. Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was dope. Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, that's some ugly ass shoes. Let's see. You got those shoes put up, Francis?
Some of them.
Damn it! I thought he was gonna forget.
Okay. No. Nah. I don't even care about that no more.
Well,
What the hell?
Oh, you got
is
the 3?
that?
You got the Jordan 3?
I did. I just closed it.
No, just
Okay, never
close
mind.
that.
I pulled up that Alexander Future show.
Oh, Future or
Man,
something.
that looked like the Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
That look like
It does. It has that look to it. That Kobe 2.
Kobe 2 on crack.
How much is it, Gino?
Hold on, let me get the music going. Hold on.
Oh, are we doing that too?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, never mind.
Do, do,
Oh no, yeah,
do,
he left. No.
do,
You got it?
do, no.
Okay, never mind. I don't got it.
we extra janky today.
Yeah.
Do.
Do.
Can I get drunk Francis to sing it out though? Like it's gotta be slurred. A little bit.
All right, you know, we'll say that for next week. Fuck it.
Offbeat.
Do.
There is an Off-White Nike waffle. Yeah. There's an Off-White Nike waffle racer pack releasing soon for the ladies. The Just Don, and I don't know why they're still trying to sell us on the fact that this is a Just Don shoe and it's not. But anyway, the Just Don Special Edition Jordan Legacy 312 low drops this summer for anybody that cares.
The black and red one already dropped, right?
Trash.
Yeah, the black and red one's nice.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
No, it's
Listen,
not.
the black and
Stop.
red one's
Just
nice.
stop, Guru.
No, it's not.
It is nice.
No, man.
I told you the best one they did was that Olympic color for the kids.
Yep.
That's the best one.
Yep. I'd agree. You know what?
The Mexico
Them black
was
ones,
nice. And
them black and gold ones ain't bad. Yeah. That's perfect timing right there.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, this is Brandon. I contacted African Caesar a few days ago about
yeah.
joining the show.
Yeah. It was
How you doing,
about
man?
what's going on? I think it was about the Puerto Rico Air Force One, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So you took umbrage with. Yeah, he hit me up on Instagram and he took issue. You know, we talked about it last week where Nike got the wrong country.
And they canceled it.
Yeah, they canceled. Yeah, they canceled the release, and there's some pairs already out there, so that's not the value of that going up. But no, yeah. So you wanted to give your 2 cents on the whole situation. Go ahead, Mike is yours.
Yeah. So with respect to all of that, I mean, I still stand by what I said. I had made a video kind of addressing Nike about it. Pretty much, we need to hold these big brands accountable. I feel as if what they had done in that situation was just such an incredibly disrespectful thing to a bunch of different cultures. Obviously, if you have a shoe celebrating Puerto Rican culture and you involve an indigenous Panamanian art form and art style, it's just disrespectful, to be quite honest and quite frank.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it at all. And I know that Nike did cancel it, but I feel like I can't help but feel as if them canceling it was more of a business move rather than like them actually acknowledging, like we messed up in this case. Because obviously the backlash was already like big enough. So
Yeah.
I feel like if they would have kept it in there, it just would have been bad for business. But yeah, I mean, all in all, like I am very happy with the community that like, voices were able to be heard to the point where like Nike actually like committed to a change, but it should never have happened in the first place.
I agree, and this is why, like, people say sometimes that like I dislike everything. No, it's like I think people need to be vocal when they need to be. I think people need to be more vocal because I think too often we give these brands a pass, and when you do that, they start feeling like, okay, well, we can get away with murder. Like, think about it. Like, when people were just buying Jordans, even though the quality was like subpar and they was using like subpar leather and materials, and people kept buying it, like, they continued to do it. It wasn't until people started becoming more vocal about their displeasure that they, called themselves doing a remastered thing, and then they quickly dropped that. But, things have gotten a little bit better, and, I just hate when people just give brands a pass because, for whatever reason. I don't want to speculate. And so I think holding them accountable is a good thing. We talked about this when the Black History Month collection came out, and just conveniently that nobody thought to talk about it until we did. But with that being said, it just, I don't know why they just couldn't do the due diligence. It just seems to me that somebody went on vacation, saw a design, and just assumed that it was Puerto Rican because maybe they saw it in Puerto Rico. And, like if I see, the Mona Lisa at the Detroit Institute of Art, that doesn't mean it's a Detroit thing. Like, that's, it wasn't even painted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seemed lazy to me. And this is why I always say representation matters. Because if you had people in a room and have them involved, like, I don't understand why you didn't have anybody Puerto Rican on your staff. If you're going to do a Puerto Rican collection, why wouldn't you tap into the Puerto Rican employees you have? Because they're going to
That's what
care
I'm
more
saying,
about
man.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to put, I hate to say it this way, but they're going to put more into it than somebody who's not Puerto Rican, because you're going to end up with something like this. You know what I'm saying? When people come out with an Air Force One, they ain't got shit to do with Puerto Rico. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's sad, and you would think a company like Nike would do the due diligence. You know, you can avoid the controversy by just doing your homework. But now they got the
Exactly.
and this is like the second week. I mean, they're not paying pregnant athletes. It was something else that they did last week, and then now they got the Puerto Rican.
You said something else I did last week?
It is something else. There's like two controversies.
You're like an outspoken influencer. I like you, see.
Thank you.
So I know, like they tried, like I think the only thing they tried doing was incorporating like the coquille into it, but it wasn't it was like instilled there. It was an image done in that same pattern, that mola pattern. I forgot what it's called. But
Yeah, the mola. Yeah.
yeah, it was incorporated, but still in that same pattern. Like, I feel like they missed the mark when they could have done it with like a lot of the Taino or the Arawak, like older, like indigenous Caribbean people, like artwork. They could have still did the coquille. They could have they still could have did all that, but they just like.
But if I got a company, like if I wanted to do something and pay tribute to the Chinese New Year, right? I'm going to reach out to people
That's a bad example because
they always get, don't they always get that right though? They at least always pick
apparently,
the proper,
they
always pick the proper animal.
But when they making a shoot, that's a bad joke.
that's where I was going.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But they're represented in the Nike headquarters, though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, as a Hispanic myself, I'm sure we're represented there too. I mean, someone's got to like,
Clean the floors.
I mean, for real. No, for real. I mean,
The lawns,
grass ain't gonna cut
the
itself.
lawns are probably manicured very nicely.
it is what it is, right? Like we've all been
They
to
are.
corporate America.
But no, here's what I was. But once again, like, how hard is it to say, you know what, we want to do a Puerto Rican collection, and you know what, do we have any Puerto Rican designers? Hey, let's have them work on this. You know, like,
I mean,
it's
it's not
not
their
the-
first time at the rodeo. They had other Puerto
Exactly.
Rican shoes that would deal well.
and they had Puerto Rican collaborators, or you know, they had Latino. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
for the,
I mean, Papito Garcia.
yeah, him. So it's like, why? It's like, why would you not? I just don't get it. Like, because to me, it's such a simple fix. It's such a simple answer, and you know, you doing a test and you overthink the question.
Especially for it to be an Air Force One. Why don't you just go ask Fat Joe? Hey, Fat Joe, you want your own shoe finally?
God.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, just make it easy.
Yeah, it's just, it absolutely makes no sense. And you know, I'm not Puerto Rican, so you know, but I can understand, like, if it's anything like how they did us for Black History Month, I can understand your frustration. I can relate.
No, it's bold.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
It's on. Yeah, it's for me. I tried wrapping my head around it because I mean, I'm someone who, like, I've been into sneakers. I've been into Nike my entire life since I was really young, and you know, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you know, once you really start like applying your mind to it, and I mean, it's everything you said. Like, there should be no issue with, you know, if you don't have someone in the room who's of Puerto Rican descent, like, collaborate with someone. Simple as that. Like, you have, like you said, you have to do your homework on these type of things, and the fact that like they did this shows me, like, I feel like their idea of like what it is to make a shoe celebrating Puerto Rican culture, like, to them, Nike's historically either like just stuck the flag on the shoe and like called it a day, or like they do something disrespectful like this. When, like, me myself, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, but like I know Puerto Rico is a place rich in culture. Like, you have the Taino culture, you have the coquille, which is the only thing they did good in that shoe. You also, I mean, I spoke about it in my video, but like, if I feel like Nike's a brand that, like, when they feel like it, they can like push, like they can push boundaries, and like they can create something really special. And for me, I think it would have been really cool to see them kind of push the ideas of Puerto Rican identity, because one of the things that is a topic that's like been coming out more recently is, for example, the African heritage that's on the island. That's something you could speak about and like design something about it for days. Like there's
Don't
endless.
don't ask for that because they just
Yeah.
put kente cloth on it. That's all they do.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly,
so
yeah.
you know, it's interesting. You said you're Puerto Rican and Dominican. So like, I feel like I'm full blood Puerto Rican, but I really felt like the Dominican Air Force ones they just did, the De Los Mios, I think those were really done really well.
Yo, those are fire. I don't understand how is it that you can go from designing something that well, and on top of that, the marketing was crazy for that. Like, those sold out, right? Like,
Yeah,
those
and
sold out
they're
in no
going.
time.
And
Easy
there's-
answer. Somebody Dominican was in the room for that.
But then,
shoe.
like, if you
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can go back to the 2013 release of the Air Force One that they did for Puerto Rico, that had the patchwork on it and the faux laser with the morro and the flag and the congas, all that stuff.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they can do it. It's just they're just lazy.
I don't know. It's just this year they just dropped the ball so hard, and
no, I don't feel
I
bad
don't.
because
Uh-huh.
I thought it was just us. I thought they didn't just care about black folk, but nah, I see they don't care about Puerto Rico.
I mean they
George Bush.
they
yeah, they are the George Bush.
they kind of backhanded us with
What's
the Air
Kanye?
Max, but that was it.
I mean, my thing with
Yeah,
them is
it's-
I don't understand what's so hard to before you release a shoe. Why don't you take it to some like a focus group?
Duh.
Like I don't understand what's. The
I mean,
hardest
dog,
part
like,
about
especially if
doing
you call
that?
yourself paying tribute to
Yeah.
something because you want that tribute to be seen. You want it to.
Like I can understand if okay, maybe if there's a leaked photo,
Yeah.
you can't control that,
Right.
Hypothetically,
How your SpongeBob shoe look better, a tribute to SpongeBob, than your Puerto Rican shoe is a tribute to Puerto Rico?
Man, that's something you can talk about for days. That shows where
Easily.
the priorities are.
Hey, at least they didn't do it like Adidas and put a all white Ultra Boost and put a basketball insole and say
well, for
celebrate
Puerto Rico,
Black
they
Culture.
probably would have put a baseball in there for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
churro or
definitely.
something. Yeah,
It's
There
a
you go.
churro.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know. So,
Did you know
Nike-
that
Churro.
And what Adidas did
Cheerio.
for that Black History Month, what Adidas did for
He's
that
so
Black
hungry.
History Month collection was also just like
Where that sandwich?
disrespectful.
It was obvious that Nike took inspiration from Adidas.
Yeah, very much
Yeah,
so.
they have to be taking
How,
notes.
how,
They have
how
to be
lazy
taking
can
notes.
we?
Like
Adidas, they'll never let that down for me. I'm sorry.
how
That might be the
disrespectful
worst.
and lazy can we be? And they're like, we got it.
Yeah, I know Nike's like, hold
Probably
on.
like we got to come up with something real good to outdo them with that one.
That celebrating black culture shoe is like, how the hell?
You know,
they said was that supposed to be like the
The
Cotton Club?
the Harlem Renaissance is shit, right? Probably.
I mean, Panamanian, Puerto Rican, it's all the same thing, right?
Oh boy, man, that might be the most disrespectful shoe in the history of shoes, right there.
Seriously,
Honestly.
I don't even know.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, you want to plug the video that you did?
Oh, most definitely. My name on YouTube is Urban Logic. Urban as in city, logic as in logical. I do sneaker videos. I also do lots of houseplant videos. The video itself is called Nike, You Had One Job, rant on the Nike Air Force Puerto Rico 2019. So yeah, if you guys want to catch it, get my thoughts on the matter, you're more than welcome to check it out. And if you like what you see, you can stick by if you want.
I'll
All right,
check
appreciate
it
Once
out.
it.
again, my
So
name is
rough.
Brandon Polanco.
No, I appreciate you calling in, man. I appreciate you reaching out. And shout out to NJL23 Dan because he sent you my direction, right?
Yeah. That was. I mean, that's another thing. He's just been amazing in this whole process. Like he's really been a mentor for me. And you know, just being able to like have that connection was really dope. And I appreciate you guys even having me on the podcast. Like that's really dope.
Nah, man, we want to be an outlet for people to voice things like this. So appreciate you taking the time to call in.
Of course.
All right, homie, thank you.
Man, take care.
All right. Have a good rest of your
MJ is gonna hear that and tear up, isn't he?
He probably teared up when he was passing the information.
I'm y'all ain't shit.
That's terrible.
Y'all horrible.
That's terrible.
Y'all ain't shit.
But I'm gonna check out that dude's video. 'cause I think it was-
check on
I
Gino
just
and
pulled it up.
Francis. Here's
wanna
the
check it
thing,
out.
and
And
this
what's even more fucked up about that is that I am now gonna like seek out that canceled shoe. Like I want it as just a part of
I know, right?
a history.
I know
of
it's
it,
gonna
you know?
happen, but it makes me think about and Guru knows because we talk about this every time we go to a sneaker con. Is that you see so many sheeple, right? You see so many people that just oh, I love this shoe. Why do you love that shoe?
That's all that says.
Why do you love that shoe? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, and it's funny because everybody go through these waves. Like, oh, I gotta wear nothing but Boost, and all of a sudden I'm wearing Jordans. Not to say you can't wear both, but you can see people are just riding trends instead of actually buying shit they like, and it's so frustrating. Like I went to No Joe Kicks earlier this week or later last week. I was down in the area. I was downtown, and I just went over there to bullshit because I thought
Under
somebody
Armour
was
store
there.
was closed.
You pay for parking to go over there, huh?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I ain't walked 3 blocks.
But what happened was like I'm in there and like the guy was like, "So
Oh,
what you think about the Travis?"
Day.
He was waiting for Hudson Cafe to open up.
He went for
That's
no,
what that was.
he went for No Joe Kicks Day.
Let me
Is
waste
that
my
actual
time.
No Joke Kicks Day? Man, that
It was
better.
that.
I need to step to my shoe.
Oh my goodness, man! I couldn't help it. I just heap over it.
But I go in there and the guy's like, talking about the Travis Scott ones, and I'm like, "Look, man, you like him, whatever. I ain't feeling them.
Wait, who? Which guy?
I don't even know his name. He knew, and he was like, "Oh, these the best Jordan ones ever." And I'm like, "Dog, just stop talking."
When did Kai
please."
start working there?
Apparently that day. That was his first day there. And I was just like, man, that shit makes me like not even want to be on this planet no more. I'm just gonna like break into Elliot Musk's house.
Could he give you a reason why he thought it was the best?
It's still one of
or
those
you
Tesla
just-
spaceships
Or you
and
just cut him off?
be like, I'm out. Huh?
Did you just completely cut him off, or did he
I just
give
wrote.
you a
I did
reason?
that. I did that. Tony Stark IRO. I was just like,
Oh, you snapped him away?
I wish.
No, I've been getting that crazy ass look too. Like when people have asked me what I've done with my Travis Scott, I'm like, I sold that motherfucker. Like,
Might as well, eh?
and they're like, oh, I was getting a lot of slack for it. Like, oh, you talk a lot about like, yo, I literally didn't like the shoe. I don't like the wrapper, and I was able to buy like 4 other shoes I really wanted. So
Right.
it seemed like a decent trade off to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more power to you. I just avoid it at all costs, and I'm just
I mean,
like,
I think we could easily just say 2019, that is going to go down as the most overhyped release.
easy.
Until these fours come out,
What's for us?
the other colorways of the Travis
The
Scott.
fours are nice though.
Yeah,
The
I
fours
want
are
those
nice.
purple ones.
The purple ones are cool.
I want the deep olive ones.
Purple ones are cool. That's
You
the
know
only-
what?
only ones I don't
Those
like.
aren't that bad because that's a color you don't rarely see on,
Is it-
on a silhouette like
Is it
that.
the brown ones that have like the wood grain like eyelet like pieces?
I think they got like 2 samples of that shoe.
Yeah, one of them that has like a wood grainness.
One
like,
that got
that
like a
was
solid
nice.
midsole. One got a translucent midsole. Like it's just a couple samples.
But I mean, my question is this stuff that he's really sitting down and helping design?
Them sixes are
I
trash.
feel like
I think he is.
yeah, he is with these.
I think so. Because them sixes, that's
The only
like a
reason
trash.
I
And the
ask is
sweet stuff
because-
is sweet enough not to be done by a Nike person, no disrespect. And then the other stuff that people don't like has been like, who's going to put a pocketbook on the side of a 6, right?
I mean,
Travis
I'm just questioning some of the colors only because typically, like the type of stuff I see him wearing is like just all black.
I mean, but he wears that.
So to wear like the earth tone colors.
Well, those
like
are
that-
all darker colors. I feel like he's done.
That's another thing too. I'm so tired of the. I'm burnt out on earth tones. Like that's just me. I need some color in my life, man. Sorry. Like them earth tones are just killing me. Killing me.
There go your Yeezys. Season 5 invite.
Killing me. Y'all know where
No
I stand.
Sunday
on,
service for you.
y'all know where I stand on Yeezys, man. On these, that's another shoe that can go away. Like I'm telling you, between Jordan 1s
Not going anywhere.
and Yeezys,
No, nowhere anytime
I
soon.
know.
I think, like I said, I probably
I
want
know.
a pair of 700s, man. 750s. Well, I forgot what.
Speaking of that, they got Yeezys coming out. It's all the same colorway in 2 days, but one is reflective and the other one isn't.
That's like a $300 price difference.
And I'm like,
And you got, I
On the
mean, they
aftermarket.
dropped reflective Chinese New Year 60s, and you got the sample non-reflective. So I mean, same thing. So,
it's not the same thing.
yes, it is.
No, it's not. 'cause
And then he went and added the reflective.
It's,
And then
it's a
messed
huge
up and put it
difference.
over the whole shoe.
It's a huge difference between saying, okay, I'm going to come out with this shoe today, and they come out with the exact same shoe, just not as reflective tomorrow.
But here's my thing, though. Like, they don't do it because the people buy it.
I understand
That's
that.
why I can't get mad.
I'm
at
not talking
brands.
to the brand. I'm talking to the people.
The same way how
Listen.
you just talked about the sheeple at SneakerCon.
Yeah.
Those are the people that's going to buy that
I
shoe
know, and that's like,
in mass quantities.
that's just like, dog, y'all, I'm tired of the silhouette. I'm tired of these dumbass colorways.
I want that all black.
How many shades of brown can you go through? Like, I'm learning, like, new colors.
I mean,
of
go
brown.
I was gonna say, Jordan brand is kinda
and they
guilty
can
of that
flip,
too, though.
and they can
yeah, but they at least they
Yeezy,
spread it
the
over the
hype
last
beast can
30
say,
years.
dog, how many times you gonna buy a bread 4 or bread 13 or bread Jordan? So I mean,
But they're not doing it like 5 times a year. Like,
Jordan 1.
come on.
but, and
man.
how many times have I complained
Go
about
out
it?
there.
Well, no, I'm not saying that you haven't complained
I'm
about
just
it.
saying that the
like,
hype
in
beast can
general.
say the same.
Like,
thing
I just
about
said, like,
Jordan
earlier in
brand
this
that
show,
you
like,
say
how
about
many
the
Chicago
Yeezys.
ones do I need?
But I'm saying, though, the same thing that the Yeezy, that they doing with the Yeezy 350s,
They're doing
is the
the
same
Jordan.
thing.
I
they're doing with the
understand, but I'm just
Jordan
saying, like, one is doing it in,
So,
like,
But that's what I'm saying
compact
is, like,
amount of time, and the other one is doing it, like, over 30 years.
You can't necessarily blame the brand for it. Like you
Did-
said,
I just said I
blame
did.
No,
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying
blaming.
you have to blame the people 100% for it because the same thing with the Jordan 1. They
Ain't
keep
that what I'm
buying it.
blaming?
But I mean, I said, but Jordans hit the Yeezys
I'm
do
saying
back
no,
to
but
back.
You could blame the people.
The
completely
Yeezys
for
do.
it,
The
'cause they do it
Yeezys
for
are.
both.
Oh, no, I
both
agree. Like
brands.
Adidas, I say this about Supreme. Like Supreme is only gonna do what Supreme is gonna do, right? Like if you're gonna fight over a bus pass and pay $300 for it, more power to Supreme. Like whatever, they making their money, right? I'm more mad at the idiots that's fighting over a bus pass. Same thing with this. Like if you're gonna be that guy that need like 50 different shades of brown and some type of like slave shoe, then that's on you. Like
I feel like, but the thing is that the Yeezys are more close together. But then once they drop, you still have breathing room. Jordan's seeing some repetitive because you have so many dropping every month. So yeah, the Jordan bread colorway might drop once every 2 months, but it still feels like okay. Once I bought this shoe and kind of chill with it, another bread colorway is coming. So I feel like you kind of got the same thing. I mean, it's
Well, at least they give you like multiple silhouettes too, though. So it ain't like you just getting as much as I complain about the Jordans. At least you get like a 7 or 8
at least 5
or
or
a
6.
10 or
And I was
an
gonna
11.
say, the other thing that Jordan Brand is guilty of is how one year they give you something with the Jumpman logo on the back of it,
And then the very next year
you get the Nike Air on it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
So-
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm being consistent in my complaints. I'm just saying, I'm tired of both. I'm tired of seeing ones. I'm tired of seeing 30 different shades of brown Yeezys. I'm tired of both of them. If they both drove off a cliff, Thelma and Louise style, I would not complain.
Yeezys and Jordans.
Jordan 1s and Yeezy 350s.
I mean, they do with other Jordans though, not just Jordan 1s, but they do with.
They don't like the Jordan 1s are ridiculous. I mean,
That's the most.
And that was the most. And it was funny because I remember like people were really coveting Jordan 1s because they, there was a long time because they didn't have the Nike Air on there, and it was like a long period between 2000 and when was the first pair, like 2013.
Well, I was gonna say even like just the standard high top. Remember those? They never came out as
Exactly.
frequently.
So I mean, realistically, you're talking about from 1994 to 2015 then, because even when they first came back out with the 2013s, they weren't the high cut. They were more like mids. So if we're being technical, there was a long period of time, and so I remember when Jordans they first came back with the high cut Nike Air, it was like bet. Now in a span of 4 years, I'm like, man, if I see one more Jordan 1, and I mean, honestly, I went from like I'm about to get every colorway at once to like I'm good.
And they made too many for you to get.
Yeah. Like now, like only ones I might get is the OG ones, like the metallic pack, if they ever come out, the purple and green ones and the orange ones.
Because you want those, they won't do them.
I know. That's why I try not to say it. But
I don't know because he's an influencer.
They'll mail him his.
Yeah, man. His.
Wow. That's going to be the theme of the show then, I guess. That's going to be the theme of the show.
I mean, it's the theme of your.
For what it's
sneaker
worth,
career.
just because they keep harping on you about the whole influencer thing,
Yeah.
you might want to check your login info on stuff. Breaking news just hit in the tech world. There's a database of about 17 million Instagram influencers in particular that got hacked, usernames, passwords, email addresses, all that fun
Oh,
stuff.
cool. Bet. So,
There you go.
Dang, so somebody might take your sample sixes.
And then you got a Samsung, so it's easy to hack into that. So
Damn.
hack into your mama. So
That was such an influencer.
that's like the classic. I have no comeback.
right, like your mama, like that's because it's a good go to. It's an oldie but goodie. Yeah, so man, I'm just saying, I'm just tired of certain sneakers, like especially for companies like a Jordan brand and a Nike, because y'all got so many silhouettes. Even Adidas, y'all got so many silhouettes over the course of y'all history, and y'all keep beating up the same ones. It's like, dog, like enough already.
So then let me ask you this.
What?
Let me ask Francis this. Would you be mad if Air Force Ones kind of like for real went away for a little bit?
Nah, I think it'd be a nice little like change of pace, because I think they've gone away from like giving Air Force Ones like a real dope colorway or dope. The dopest thing they've done so far was those denim ones from Friday with that
The 3X1?
Yeah. But yeah, no,
Because
I
the
think
Pistons joints, I thought I might get those.
those are dope. I seen those in person. Those are nice.
Which ones? The all white ones?
The high tops and the lows.
Yeah, there's like a red one and a blue one.
Yeah.
Are those? No, you talking about that all white sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, that she.
Oh, that she is. It's like patent leather, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I those ain't gonna age well.
I can't wait for that to yellow in 2
ain't
weeks.
age well. I was gonna say
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
But my thing
As
is,
soon as
they
you get
released the
'em.
all white patent leather like 3-4 years ago.
The low.
That was a high. We sold it at Villa. It was a patent leather.
Sheed?
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
the high top Air Force.
Oh yeah, this got good sheet logo on it.
Yeezy moment, Adidas moment.
Exactly.
So they dropping the Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
It's
yeah,
called the
that.
NBA Final 2004 NBA
Oh,
Finals.
those.
Yeah,
I
because
think
remember they
talking
did the one for the what was that for the 89 or was that for
Yeah,
the
I'm
90?
thinking they doing the one. I think they're doing the 04 Sheed joint again. Let me see that.
Those are the Pistons?
Yeah.
That's that real one.
No, I ain't seen any sample. These are influencer pack.
That's not the ones I've seen.
Oh, you mean them the ones that's in the mail that they
And then
just show
this is
you?
the
What
this
is
is
it?
the,
What's
that
it?
design is the same structure from the outside of the palace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, these are nice. I might have grabbed them.
I'm gonna
Grab the Air
something.
Forces and take the picture like Francis do.
Wow. Oh, yeah, these are it. Okay. I'm tripping.
We gonna puff past that around.
Nah, send it back to Francis.
Yeah, how much
Wow.
you going for?
I'm not sure.
Play monkey in the middle.
But I'm not in the middle there.
But they should definitely put the Air Force One away.
Let's see what else is there to talk about. There's
Better eat
another.
your tuna sandwich, man.
There's another. You gonna eat it?
Absolutely not. I don't want you, man. I don't want my influencer going hungry, man. That's
Oh
all.
wow. And there's speaking of ones, there's another court purple pair coming out next year.
What looks just like the ones I just posted in the group chat, but just with the cream side panel. Yeah, got you.
And then we talked about the Kai 54 Jordan collection. Okay, Kai. It's an America. I'm calling it Kai.
We calling it Quay. We gonna
Quail 54.
We gonna pronounce the Q.
Yeah, no, I like the A-Star. Like, honestly, I do. So hopefully people had that same energy. Actually, those have been easier to get, like, every year, it seemed like.
Because they didn't got whacker.
Huh?
Because they didn't got whacker. The earlier
I-
releases of the Kai or the K
The
versus
twos are hard.
The threes is just.
I feel like they just make it more pairs though.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think so.
And they're offsetting it with just like friends and family versions.
Yeah.
Because the twos are hard. I mean, people just hate the twos, so those are
Because
easy to
I
get.
bet you what's probably going to end up happening with this, with that 8 and the 1.
Mm-hmm.
That 8 will probably be the one to be harder to get. The 1, since it's a mid. might
People
be
don't
a
like
little
Ace
easier.
like that. Like,
Yeah, but people, like we just said, people don't
so
like
hopefully
mid
it's easy to
ones.
get. Yeah.
People don't like mid ones.
Because even the championship pack. Remember the why did they stop doing that, by the way?
No, man, but.
The championship pack.
It's probably a good thing they stopped doing it.
I mean, you might as well finish and get the
Championship
12s
pack
and
of what?
11s. Remember how they was coming out with the
Oh,
championship?
the champagnes and all that?
Yeah, champagne and cigar joints.
Well, you want to see some cigar 12s?
They did 12s and 11s. It was the CDP pack.
Huh?
They did 12s and 11s, the countdown pack.
Man, well, they
Hold
need to
up,
do
wasn't that
everything
the
else.
other? Wasn't that also the year in which retros was supposed to go away, and that was supposed to be the only way you could get retros again?
And the
I don't know.
CDPs.
I
Nigga
feel like
lied.
that was around that.
No.
No, because remember they kept talking about like they weren't gonna do certain shoes again.
No, they did. They replaced it with fusions.
That's what I'm saying with the CDPs. Weren't they saying like?
The CDPs were.
I feel like that was
after
on-
the fusions.
Okay.
See, fusions what
thought it was like a
27,
mix of them.
2007,
Yeah.
right?
I thought they mixed
Countdown
them.
pack was 2008, right?
I gotta look again.
Yeah, I think
Google it,
sounds
Francis.
Alright. Oh shit.
You the Googler.
Yeah, I think Countdown pack was 2008.
We need to get a Google.
I mean,
sponsor.
it
Fusions was 2007.
It just feel like that was like I said, like part of all that, part of like the
Countdown
same
pack,
marketing.
Countdown
Like,
pack was definitely 2008.
Countdown packs was dope though.
Yeah, they should do that again.
Countdown pack was 2008, but
Countdown packs. Was
yeah,
great.
the fusions was 2006.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah,
Okay.
2006. Yeah, so they did that afterwards.
But anyway, Fortnite's newest crossover features Air Jordans. Anybody play Fortnite in here?
I don't even know what you
Nope.
just said.
Okay.
I played a couple times on my phone. That's all right.
An article written by Colin Stevens on IGN.com. Joining the growing list of Fortnite crossovers is Fortnite Jumpman for Creative, a new set of cosmetics in an LTM, a limited time mode, centering around Air Jordans. Announced by Epic Games, Fortnite Jumpman is available now and features the Downtown Drop LTM by Jordan Brand, featuring creative artists Not Nelif and Tomoya, I guess. In this, players launch off jumps, grind down the city streets, and collect coins to win in a decidedly more skateboard-centric than basketball-centric mode. This crossover also features the Hang Time bundle, where players will have access to more challenges, which unlock additional rewards, including pairs of Air Jordans. So, yeah. You go. I don't know. I mean, this obviously wasn't for anybody my age because I saw the news and I was like, oh, okay.
No, you'd be surprised the people that be playing Fortnite.
Really?
I see. Like
I
all
still play video
ages.
games, but I just can't.
Not
I
that,
don't
though.
know.
What video games you play?
What video games I play? Shit. I got the Nuke Mortal Kombat. I got the Red Dead Redemption. That was like the last game before that I got. Like, I'm not a gamer. I'm not playing all the time, but when I do play, those are the games I play. I haven't played what's the name in a while.
You don't play Madden or 2K?
I don't, dude. I'm not on my game system often enough. My daughter's on the game system more than I am.
I'm just saying, do you play? I mean, you listen to games you play,
it.
but yeah.
I mean, I got it. Like, I'll play it occasionally. I'm just saying, like, the games. Like, if I was to sit down to play a game, those would be the two games I'll pick out. Grand Theft Auto, I like whenever they come out the new one. I haven't played the old one like in a long time, so maybe it might be new to me if I.
I've never really been in Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto's my game. I love that game. The last one was great.
It's always okay.
Yes.
Splinter Cell was better.
Jesus.
What?
Whoa, that we just went like way left. Like,
if I'm being, and then like, there's some other games too. Like, if I'm thinking about, like, I remember the last Bioshock Infinite was great.
You play Gears of War? That's an Xbox game.
This guy. That's like the only Xbox game he know of. He's gonna keep repeating
No,
it.
that's the one. After Halo died off, you had to reach for Gears of War.
But
Well, so I have an
L.A. Noire was great too.
I have an Xbox and a PS4, and I bought Red Dead on Xbox because I had no more memory on my PS4. That's the worst idea I've ever made. That was the worst decision, rather. That controller's so cumbersome, and you got
How?
And the battery died. Don't let your battery pack in the back get loose. You got to tape it the whole man. I got
You're taping it, bro?
No, I'm just saying when I had the Xbox, my last one, I had the 360. That's
on,
why
man.
I haven't had the Xbox since
Guru
360.
Black, we know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Then you had to go buy the wireless chargers. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
I've never had that problem, but
That's probably why I've been playing Spider-Man because I have it on the PS4.
PS4 is for people with small hands and children.
No, it's not.
I mean, I do got small hands. So.
Xbox is for people who only got room for one console, no DVD player, no DVDs. Just
So I got like 4
whole
consoles.
big old thing on there. What's the remember the Batman and movie with the Riddler and with Jim Carrey was the Riddler? Remember the things he put in people's crib to brainwash them? That's what the Xbox is. That's what the Xbox is. It's the same size, same color.
Wow.
It's the same.
Man, that's some great foreshadowing there. If that's the case, 'cause
Wow. I don't have the energy. Like, I really don't. Like, not today. I just don't. Like, I'm just gonna show up in the Half and Half podcast, just fully ready to go.
Are you recording that Sunday?
What?
Half and half?
No, I got
no, I was gonna say, man, like,
I haven't
you gotta
recorded
you gotta hear his boys and like yo guys be saying some crazy stuff. On
Really?
They say Draymond can go anywhere and averaging 17, 7, and 7.
Man, they drinking more than we do.
Man, my boy. Well, it was
Dude,
crazy.
Hey, Dave, y'all need the drug test. From now on, y'all need the drug test. People come to the studio. Just do randoms periodically. There's a bathroom right there. You can just,
I feel like we'd lose half our shows.
Man,
they saying, who the hell? Man, that's just dumb.
Until I went on there, I never thought I'd agree with Guru so much.
I walk out like my man on Malcolm X. Get your hands in my pocket and just walk out. Except nobody dies.
Shout out to the Half and Half podcast.
Yeah, shout out to
That
those
guy's
guys.
funny.
Yeah, I guess if you say some shit like that, like who the hell? Draymond Green can go to any team and average 17 what?
17, 7, and 7. And then he would say if he
almost
was to
at the
play with the
N-word.
Lakers, he should handle the ball more than LeBron.
I don't even know what you guys are saying. Right now.
Man,
Just
I'm
disagree
sorry
with
about
it.
that,
No.
It's like
That's
saying
wrong.
it's like saying Triple H should do the People's Elbow more than The Rock. There you go. That's basically what he said.
That's like saying Stone Cold stayed in WCW. He still would have been like as big as he was in WWF.
Oh man, he still would have been stunning Steve
Yeah,
Austin.
he still had blonde hair. Him and what's my man?
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman.
Yeah, the Hollywood
Who
man.
y'all feels the greatest, the best wrestler
The best wrestler?
The best
ever?
wrestler?
Period. Like period.
I mean,
I mean, I got two. Ric Flair and Bret Hart. I'm like my all time.
oh, Ric Flair by far, easily. He's definitely Ric Flair.
Yeah. Like I said, Ric Flair and Bret Hart. I'm my all time too.
Yeah, Ric Flair is probably the greatest because he had personality and he had skills.
Yep. And then Bret Hart was just
Bret Hart
talented.
didn't have personality.
That was the only problem. But like,
God, he was like dry. I
but
can
in
watch
the
his
ring,
matches,
that's
but
what I'm saying. In the ring,
don't give him the mic.
Yeah, no.
Don't give him the mic. Shawn Michaels is very underrated.
Yeah, I was going to say Shawn.
Shawn Michaels is very underrated. Steve Austin. The Rock.
I
The Rock
said
didn't
that-
gotta wrestle.
I
That's
said-
how good he was.
Yeah.
I
he
said
didn't
the
have to
Rock. I
wrestle.
said the Rock and Stone Cold because I felt like when wrestling was at its peak, they was shining. They were entertaining. Like it wasn't a bad episode with one of them.
I mean, but they had like, that had to be like a Hall of Fame roster. You got the Undertaker.
Yeah, but and they still excelled in that. That's what I'm saying. They still excelled in that.
Even with that, Undertaker was like a B-level superstar.
You had Kane.
That's the messed up part.
You had Kane. I would say my most entertaining wrestler I like, Goldust was entertaining.
Out of all wrestlers you could pick.
He
ain't do nothing. Just came out and did the little
He came out
intro.
there, acted gay, and then went back to the dressing room.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was funny.
Shout out to the Be True collection.
Right. Man, like, okay, wait. So, wow, I agree with you. Goldust of all people. You know what? If I'm thinking of a name that he wasn't even that good of a wrestler, but like I was talking about the other day because he just made me laugh every time I saw him. Juventud Guerrera. Hoovy Juice?
Hoovy
Juice?
Hoovy was that guy.
No, like, for whatever reason, because he would come out there and just be a ball of fire, lose the match, but he was
I can go with all of those guys. La Parka was my guy because he just walk around being crazy with the chair, looking terrible.
Man, yeah. I mean, if we really want to go through the roster, we can. Tanaka.
Let's do it. Francis, what's the name of this podcast?
I know, right? Francis going to start his own.
Ringside Podcast.
The quarter and a half. But no, the Slobber Knocker Podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, Goldust.
After dark.
That's for wrestling and the porn websites he goes to. But
The
no,
Half and Half podcast.
it's gonna be a battle of trademarks between.
Not at
all. Man, that's a good. I mean, if I had to do my Mount Rushmore though, it would definitely be. So I feel like I should say Hogan out of respect, but I cannot watch a Hogan match.
Man, forget Hogan. Man.
I cannot watch a Hogan match and be entertained. Like Macho Man, yes.
When they drilling him for being racist,
Macho Man,
and he was a hype beast too. Nah.
His episode on Vice, I think.
I loved it.
Either out or it's coming out real quick.
No, it came. It's like the second one.
Okay,
I love that episode. By the way, you talking about somebody who
was
between The Rock and Macho Man, I can watch their interviews all day. Every day.
Oh yeah, every time there's a compilation video on YouTube with just Macho Man.
Macho Man had some of the best interviews.
Great.
And it was all because he was hot.
I'm typically more entertained by his Slim Jim commercials than most matches.
Macho Man?
No,
Macho Man was
no.
terrible,
most matches that are on the air today.
Oh,
I'm more entertained by his Slim Jim.
I was going to say Macho Man had some great matches.
He was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah. He
Probably like when he wrestled in the ring. That's what I'm talking about. Macho Man.
Was a terrible wrestler?
I think he was a terrible wrestler.
Man, look,
wow.
look,
he had one of the best. Him and Snooker had one of the best matches ever.
Yeah, go back. WrestleMania 3.
Macho Man was a great wrestler.
Dragon Steamboat.
At the end, at the third of WrestleMania, wasn't much to compete with back then.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
but
he just like slap somebody. But
here's the
come
thing.
on, man.
But here's the thing with that match.
He was more technical than he
That
used.
was the first match where it was like the two of them actually choreographed the entire match. Like, knew exactly
But they were known for that, though. Like,
but no, that was the first time something like that had been done. Because usually what wrestlers would do is...
No, that was the first time they got in the ring together. That's why it was so special.
Right. But usually what guys do is you know who's going to win, you know who's going to lose.
And then they kind of freestyle.
You know where your big finish is at.
Yeah.
And you just roll with that. No, them guys, like, actually choreographed the whole match. It hadn't been done like that before, so...
But they were known for... the reason because Macho Man would do that with his matches. Snooker would do that with his matches. Them together...
Steamboat.
Yeah, my bad, Steamboat. I keep saying that. Yeah. But anyway, them together, that's what made that match so great.
It was great.
Macho Man had, if you go back, like even his matches in the 80s was still good. That's why I said Hogan, you look at his matches, it's
the same old.
Oh my God, that leg drop is the dumbest finisher, by the way.
Well, the worst is when he hulks up.
How y'all finish everybody's first move in the ring? That's like the first move everybody does is the leg drop.
But here go the worst part about it. He hulks up, 3 punches, throw you up against the ropes, big boot, leg drop, match over after he been getting his ass beat for about the past 10 minutes.
You know how I say sometimes shoes don't age well? His moves didn't age well. Like when he wrestled The Rock and he did that,
it was
I'm
the
like,
same thing.
I'm looking like, dog.
I had to go back and ask my older brother because he put me up on wrestling and all of that. I asked him, I was like, why did you like Hogan? Like, it's the same thing over and over.
I don't get it either, but I give him his due and his respect because he did.
They don't do respect, man. It's
Shawn,
Shawn Michaels, Rock.
But he made wrestling what it was.
Ric Flair around Mount Rushmore.
You got to give him his props because he did. He made wrestling big in the 80s. Like, it is what it is. You ain't got to like it. He's like the Yeezys of wrestling.
Yeah,
I ain't got to like it, but he made an impact.
But here's the thing, though. You could so much say he made wrestling big in the 80s. Vince McMahon made wrestling big.
I mean, but he does that with everybody, though. I mean, that's all all an effort, team effort.
Vince McMahon basically pulled the
because you need the right person in place.
I mean, I guess if we wanted to say like a kind of like a sneakers version of it. I mean, he had the Jordan 1 and he just went out and put it out there every night and basically like made wrestling popular.
But my
across the
point,
country.
but that's what you can say about any wrestler though, because they all manufacture. They ain't like Steve Austin. I mean, it took him how long?
Put it this way. So the same
The Rock.
way, you got a marketing machine behind you in the 80s.
The same thing with the 90s.
But
You think it wasn't a marketing machine?
I think it was more people that I guess it was more people to choose from in the 90s. In the early 2000s, like it wasn't just him.
There was a lot of wrestlers.
He was.
in the
I
early
mean, he was the most charismatic. It was easy to market him, but when you got The Rock and all these other guys, like it was more. You had to perform better and put a little sauce on your performance.
No, there was a lot of wrestlers in the 80s too, though.
I'm saying like top
Can
tier.
I put another guy on my Mount Rushmore?
Who?
That gets no credit, but I think deserves a lot of credit.
Cactus Jack.
Mr. Perfect. Go back
feel
and watch
like-
his matches.
I feel like he's in that second tier. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But once again, that's that Bret Hart thing where you got to be like a fan of wrestling to watch it.
I feel like Mankind underrated too.
Mick Foley.
I mean, if you want to see somebody get abused for 30 minutes, like. I know I love Mankind too, because
No,
that Hell in a Cell
I
match
like him over
is the
Hulk Hogan.
greatest. I agree.
I think the day Mick Foley dies, I'm gonna take that day off work.
I think so. Because that Hell in a Cell match is by far the best match I've ever
Oh, that's
seen.
one of the greatest
Yeah, him
matches
and Kane
ever.
matches and him. Yeah, that was great.
That was a great match.
I still go back and watch that just to be like, oh my.
We ain't
like,
talking about
ooh.
sneakers in a minute, but
Put him on a WWE pack, WWF pack.
They did have that Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Terrible.
He was
He was a
overrated
terrible
too.
wrestler,
He had
yeah.
like 2 group matches, and all of a sudden he's a
He had
legend.
good matches.
2.
He had
and I
good
don't even think that
matches?
was good.
I was gonna say he had
Okay,
good
2
matches.
memorable. I put it like that.
Memorable.
memorable.
What Hogan and
Hogan, him, and then it was
what when he
another
won the
match.
Intercontinental belt when he beat the Honky Tonk Man.
Exactly.
That's it.
It was another match. I can't think of something.
That's
Overrated, most overrated.
Rick
wrestler.
I agree with you.
Overrated
Rick Rude?
wrestler. Yeah.
When he beat Rick Rude in like 5 minutes.
Ray Mysterio should have his spot.
Rick Rude is another guy that's underrated though.
There's a lot of underrated wrestlers.
Lot
Jake
of
the
underrated.
Snake, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes.
Yo, that
Yeah.
documentary,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, that was.
That
Shout out to Diamond Dallas Page.
that
too,
shit
man. He
went
out here saving
left.
lives.
That's another underrated guy too.
He got into it like late as hell though. He was like 35 as a rookie.
He was like 60.
yeah.
I like
Diamond
Goldberg
cutter.
too. I like Goldberg too. I
Wow.
like the Goldberg.
No, he's talking about somebody who had no moves.
You know what?
Goldberg.
Goldberg was like WCW's version of Hogan. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
later on in, like,
No moves. Spear, jackhammer, I'm out. Like
I like the Goldberg. Though.
his interest is better than his actual matches.
His interest is longer than some of his
Right, like,
matches.
dog, like,
And
2
he
minute
did have like the greatest entrance ever.
Yeah.
No, Gilbert had to be the biggest, the best troll I've ever seen
Gilbert.
in my life. Like, he'll come out there with the fire extinguishers, and the little sparklers.
And then lose. Hey, he had how Goldberg had the undefeated streak. Gilbert had the winless streak.
You know what my favorite part about Gilbert was? You know how Goldberg had the tribal tattoo on his arm? He had the Sharpie dots on his no muscle. He had no muscle mass to talk about. Came out there, got his ass whooped, and then marched right back out to his locker room the same way he came in. I love, man, Gilbert. Where's Gilbert at right now? Like, I want them to do like, where are they now? Type episode.
Look up
I'm
Dwayne
gonna
Gill, man. Come on, look him up.
Man, that was Gilbert. But no, I like, you know what though? But for what Goldberg did for WCW, because he was like that second life that because they were starting.
No, they needed it.
Oh yeah, and then until Hogan, Kevin Nash fucked that up.
And Hogan.
That's what I'm saying. Hogan and
Yeah.
Nash fucked that up because they had creative control,
Yeah.
and they had him lose for some reason. Like, as if anybody believes Hogan is gonna beat a young Goldberg, like that make no sense. But anyway,
I was gonna say another guy on my Mount Rushmore would probably be Sting. Yeah, I wanna keep
oh
going
yeah,
with that.
Sting. Damn.
Thing, yeah.
But Sting, low key, his matches was a lot like Hogan's matches though too.
No, I say he's more like Bret because once again they had good technical matches. It
But
was
if
just
you go
not.
back and look at Sting's matches, he gets his ass beat for about 10, 15 minutes, and he started beating on his chest. And then
No, okay, you
before
talking about blind Sting or like the crow Sting?
See, I liked both of them.
I
I
like
like
the
Crow
Crow
Sting better though.
Crow Sting was better.
But like Blonde Sting, like when I was a kid, that was
I mean,
my
because
guy.
he was WCW for like the long. It was him and Flair,
Yeah,
and then
him, Flair, and like Vader. Vader was another guy I liked too.
man, it's Vader time.
Gilbert wrestles for ICW.
He still wrestles.
Are you
I mean,
serious?
Ric Flair wrestled till he was about 80. So
Ric Flair still, man, dude. Yeah, I guess that's all you know.
I think I
Dwayne
seen
Gill
something
is
about
59 years old.
I think X-Pac is still wrestling. I just seen a video today too. Like
he is.
he ripped his
Okay.
anus trying to do the Bronco Buster.
Yeah, he did.
Best group though, the NWO, DX,
DX.
easily.
Yeah,
Now NWO brought wrestling back, but DX was far more
Yeah,
entertaining.
DX just had that attitude.
No, they were just funny. That was funny, and that's back when they were like, you know, they used to tell girls to lift their shirts up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they went to WCW, which I thought was the most brilliant move. That'd be the funniest. Man. Oh, that's back when wrestling
I
was
mean,
good.
especially if you want to bring me like
God damn it, we ain't
classic
talked about the shoe yet.
DX, like segments would be the one when they were going up against the Nation and they all came out.
Oh my God! Yes, they all came out as spoofs of each other. Triple H in blackface.
The Croc.
Yes, the Croc with the fake eyebrow. Oh man, you bringing back memories. Nah, that's back when The Rock was just being an asshole to everybody, man.
I like that version of the Rock better.
Oh man, yeah. Damn, yeah, I like Bad Rock.
Yeah.
'Cause he just, he used to talk so much shit. He was like, Big Show, you come out here and you do the dumbest thing The Rock. Like, you think you impressed The Rock with The Rock, I'm telling like, he never made, I never thought third person was cool until The Rock did it. Because he just come out there and just,
The Rock says.
The Rock says. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, greatest promo though, like you said, Randy Savage is up there, but like The Rock just.
Yeah. Man, he's talking about Triple H, and he was like, he would be fighting somebody, and then like they'd be like out there by the tables, and he'll just put on a headset and start talking. And he was fighting Triple H one time. He was like, "Look at this. Here's a guy that looks like Tarzan, and he wrestles like Jane." And then he took a drink of water and spit it at him and stuff. And God, Mr. Rock.
I mean, what makes him great too, though, is the fact that even now, like the WWE is so scripted.
Yeah.
Like
he'll
everything
from a
is scripted.
freestyle.
Yeah, everything they did back then, especially him, was just all off the top.
Oh, when he went to Toronto that one time, and he was like, he'd be like, "Finally, The Rock is back," and whatever. And they was like, "Toronto," and he stopped. And he was like, "What? You never had a celebrity in your city before?" And it's like, he was like, "Yeah," he said, "Our city." He said, "That's where I live." Like, he was just clowning him. Like, and it was the funniest thing. Oh man, I miss wrestling. So whack now, man. Damn.
Yes and no.
I can't get into it.
I can't
No,
either,
I
though.
tried.
If you're just looking at like WWE, there's a lot of other like good, like the NXT stuff is good.
But they don't promote that as much. Like, dude, like then when they bring him
You
up,
gotta
it's
get the
like,
network.
yeah, man, Vince McMahon needs to like retire. His days are gone. Like, if it's up to him, Doink the Clown will be like still out there
Man, shout out
competing
to
for
Doink.
the championship.
Is Doink dead?
I think the original Doink might be dead.
Yeah, I think
Google
the
it.
original Doink is
They
dead.
had multiple Doinks, like they had Undertakers.
Yeah.
Was there a Doink versus Doink match?
No, I think there
There
was.
was, yeah.
Yeah, there really
Oh,
was a
God.
Doink. I think it was WrestleMania 9. It was a Doink versus Doink match. And then remember they had Dink. They had the midget.
No.
Doink. You don't remember Dink?
No.
He was the midget.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Okay, it was a lot
The
of
original
missteps.
Doink is dead.
Oh wow.
I remember the Brooklyn Brawler was Doink.
Yeah,
the Clown
dog.
for a minute,
Yeah,
too.
Brooklyn Brawler. That's a legend, man.
Does he belong
Those
on the
dark
Mount
matches.
Rushmore?
I'm telling you, dog. Like, cause it's like you knew, cause every time you saw Brooklyn Brawler, you know they're about to like introduce a new wrestler.
Yeah.
Like that was their practice. That's back when they had Sunday Heat. Remember that? And they had another show that came on Public Access Channel, like on Saturdays.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Shotgun.
Yeah, Shotgun Saturday
Yep.
night.
Remember that? Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, too much fun. Let's get back to some sneakers. Adidas can't make enough sportswear to meet demand. In an article written by Ivana Kadasova for CNN, Adidas has a good kind of problem. They can't make enough apparel to meet demand. Supply chain shortages are making it difficult to meet sharp increase in consumer demand for the mid-priced apparel. The shortages limited sales growth in the first 3 months of the year to 4%. Adidas said the issue could knock up to 2 percentage points off of sales growth this year, the entire year, restricting it to between 5 and 8%. Adidas did not provide details of the supply problems or the products affected in their earnings statement. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but you definitely want to address that if it's going to like knock. I mean, 5 and 8% don't sound like a lot, but you're talking billions of dollars.
And you said that was for the mid sportswear, or
For the mid-priced apparel.
which is where I think me and Guru had talked about it. You having Beyonce on your team, that's the apparel that you should be selling out of because
But you want to definitely
exactly. You wanna
address
have
those
enough of it.
chain supply shortages because you don't want like
I mean,
her to be push your product and you ain't got enough demand or enough product to meet demand.
Because that's the stuff that's gonna sell out. That's the stuff that people are gonna go to the department stores and just because they see a celebrity with it on, they're gonna go and get because they're gonna be like, oh, she wears this or he wears.
No
this.
wonder
We don't
why
have
they-
enough of it.
I wonder why they don't. Like, I don't know. This thing is like such a 1980s problem to have, like supply chain shortages.
I mean, to me, it just seems like you just did a terrible job of forecasting what could happen.
Maybe that's possibly. I don't know.
Maybe they need
It just seems like something you could quickly fix though. Like it doesn't. I don't.
Maybe they had Matt Powell do that for him. He can't foresee the
Yeah,
future. He
no,
only tell
I
you what
keep
it is
telling-
after.
You know what? I respect him as his job as an analyst, but his ability to forecast because he doesn't really know. Like he's looking at numbers like a year after the fact, and by the time he realizes, like the Yeezys, like by the time he acknowledged the Yeezys had an impact, it was like a year after everybody already said it.
Matt Powell is steadily telling you that the Jordan 1 is dead.
I mean, basketball. See, here's the problem though. So basketball shoes, if you're looking at the numbers, are down. But I think not down in a sense like people don't want them. I just think because the market has grown so much that it's been watered down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But it'll almost be with some of the shoes now. Remember how like before like a lot of shoes were considered basketball, like everything was considered a basketball shoe that was like a high top shoe.
Yeah.
Now, do you consider certain basketball shoes to actually be in the lifestyle brand?
That's what they
Exactly.
do, though. So LeBron
So you got that
retros,
going on? Yeah.
the Gary Paytons, that's considered a lifestyle.
Right.
So the sales are down because they recategorize.
This dude playing Injustice in the middle of a show.
And I'm still aware.
You ain't talked in 10 minutes. What are you
Because
talking
y'all
about?
talking about wrestling. I let you get the story off first, though.
He turned into Francis.
Hell yeah, he turned into Francis. I gotta find a happy medium between. We talk about sports, Francis tune out. We talk about wrestling, Guru turns out
I was talking to wrestling, though.
a little bit. Let's see. Let me get
He
this
was
one.
reminiscing on Mae Young.
I want to get to the story, man. Ooh, Remember that storyline where what's his name?
She gave
Mark
birth-
Henry got
She gave birth to a hand.
yeah, that was gross. Ugh. Anyway,
Good old
nearly
Vince Russo.
was it Vince Russo or Vince McMahon?
I think that was
because he had
Russo.
Triple H dress up as Kane, that
that
cheerleader
might have-
casket.
That might have been
Oh
Russo.
yeah, that was.
No,
awful.
Russo was gone by that point.
Was he?
Yeah,
I think that was just a dark age, a dark period for wrestling.
yeah, boy.
It's a dark period for
Oh
creativity.
boy, it started going downhill from that point. Nearly $7,000 worth of sneakers stolen from a checked-in luggage. This is why I always put all my sneakers when we used to travel in my carry-on. I never trusted them to stay in my. An article written by Boone Mark
Wow.
Subhan.
I figured you was just flying private, private jet.
So you got jokes. I'm gonna call him Boone Soup.
And, you know, got that pre-check influencers line, you know.
The overhead compartment in first class is big enough for you to keep all your stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
If only.
And you can put it underneath your leg because you have so much more
First
leg.
class, Caesar flying a plane and he with the captain.
Yeah. He sat next to White Ranger because they're both in first class.
I hate y'all so much. For sneakerfreaker.com, Canadian sneaker collector Dejan Palika, he goes by Kicksdeal CA, allegedly had some sneakers worth close to $7,000 stolen from his checked-in airport luggage on a flight from Toronto to Vancouver.
That's one pair of off-whites and a Yeezy.
You know, doing the math in my head. Right?
Tossing that friends and family fear I got one.
It is reported that 4 pairs of sneakers were unaccounted for when he opened his luggage in Vancouver. I can only imagine. Like, I know, I'm man. Well, it happened in Canada. They're nice and polite out there. Like, so I can only imagine if that happened to Detroit. Including a blank a pair of Blink Air Yeezy ones,
There you go.
which currently fetch up to $4,500 on the resale market. A police report was filed, but it's
What resale market? What market?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what they wrote.
Okay.
StockX? I don't know. Somebody want to look that up? How much are they going for on StockX? Police report was filed.
Yeezy ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you Yeezy Air Force ones. Like we used to have at Villa. I was like, I know he ain't trying to finesse an insurance claim. Talking about them joints worth $4,500. I was about to be like,
Oh, when you talking about
yeah,
the
yes.
Man, so many people bought them too, man.
Oh, well, I guess.
Trash.
Damn, I didn't realize them shoes were up to that much.
How much they going for?
That's about 42.
Oh, okay.
I should have worn the shit out of mine.
A police report was filed, but it's reported that Air Canada needs to finish conducting its own investigation before law enforcement can become involved. What? How you gonna investigate yourself?
It's Canada.
Man,
I mean, police
Bump
over
that.
do it all the time. It's called internal affairs.
that's true. That's true. But they the police though. I never heard of a company like, all right, police, just hold off. Let us investigate this crime scene first,
Most,
and then
most corrupt
You can come in.
500s do that.
Where was he flying from? Where was he?
He's going
still
from
flying in
Toronto to
Canada?
Vancouver.
yeah, Toronto to Vancouver.
That's
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Like if a crime was committed in my house, I'm like, hold on, police officer, before you come in, I'm gonna do my own investigation.
I thought he was crossing borders.
I mean, Johnny Cocker did that with OJ House. He had it dressed up real nice before the jury came in. So,
Well, but the police already investigated. Then they took the
but they
evidence to
didn't.
their house.
But I'm saying, but when they came to look at the house, he made sure it looked real black.
Well, that's staging. That's something totally different. I love how the police took the evidence to the like who. The dude took it to his house.
So I'll bring it tomorrow.
collectibles.
He must have been a former store manager. You know, he picked someone from another store and be like, man, I was bringing it to work.
How? Anyway, let's see. Air Canada says that they're working with the police, but went on to seemingly distance themselves from culpability by releasing a statement saying, baggage changes hands many times from the start to the end of a trip. No shit. As baggage systems are under the jurisdiction of individual airport authorities, and that they recommend valuables be packed in carry-on baggage, as well as ensuring appropriate insurance covers high-value items when traveling. But
So then my question is, what did he have in his carry-on? He had like a diamond or something in there?
I mean, if he had a carry-on, most people don't want to deal with the carry-on.
And it's almost to the point now where if you go somewhere for a week, you only can carry like certain many shoes because you got to make it carry on. Like the people still in it have to dictate how you pack your trip. Like,
I was gonna say, but hold on, like you say, most people don't want to deal with a carry-on.
and how I mean, you know
No,
how
some
much,
people don't.
How much time you
I
have to
say
go
most,
through with
but
it?
some.
You know how much luggage coming through, so they
That's what
usually
I
had to
was gonna
take their time and look. If you stealing for something, you got to open up air luggage. Okay, then in there, like that slows you down. Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, it might have just passed through the X-ray. They did random bad checks on them. Was
Yeah,
like,
if you pass that X-ray, you see those shoes.
We know what this is.
Especially if you know most sneakerheads, like depending on where they're going, they're gonna take multiple pairs. So if you see like 4 or 5 shoes in a luggage, you
Or in
know,
his case too.
But yeah, 4.
So SPG, did she work at Shoe Palace?
No,
Yeah, she give out tests, Scantron tests.
I mean, she be there every day, posted with Jordan pictures.
no, they use her to like kind of help promote stuff. But she actually buys sneakers though.
Same way, Mr. Allen Juice, your man. He don't get a shoe. Okay, just asking for a friend.
I mean, but I'm not, she deserves the. She deserves. I
I'm
mean,
not
'cause
saying she don't. Chill out.
He's just saying.
And words,
maybe he
Gene
doesn't.
said he wants to see her basement. That's all Gene saying.
Whoa, whoa.
wow.
I got someplace you can come back.
I feel like basement is innuendo for something.
I got a place you can come back to.
Oh boy, we love you, Gina.
You suck. You sick for that.
I don't even
You
know.
a high beast. You do anything
I'm
for some
looking for-
SPGs?
I am looking.
Oh my goodness.
I am
You take some of that
low,
Greek
boy.
yogurt for them SPGs?
Oh boy, I am looking for another story to segue to.
Cottage cheese.
Oh
Boy,
boy,
that Greek yogurt is low calories.
nope. Oh, here's something funny.
Trash is nasty.
A naked man wearing nothing but
I was
sneakers
just say, please finish the sentence.
robs a Florence home. In an article on Fox 10 Phoenix, officials with the Penal
I complained about my
County
OJ.
Sheriff.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, I complained about the OJ, but this dude was naked stealing with Jordans on. What shoes he had on?
I don't know.
And then
Fusions.
he in a Penal County? What? Wait, was that real?
PINAL. Penal.
Penal?
Penal County Sheriff's Office says that a new man who was caught stealing from a home while wearing only sneakers has been arrested. 47-year-old Jeremy Lawrence was arrested on a connection of burglaries. The two most recent burglaries led detectives to recognize similarities to a case that they had investigated in August of 2018.
His ball print was on everything.
Oh, boy. Where deputies... oh, boy.
I mean, he didn't have to buy any clothing.
Where deputies were called out to a home in Florence. In that robbery, Jeremy was seen stealing plants off the property, completely naked, wearing only sneakers and gloves. Gloves? I guess that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, protect his feet and his hands.
I guess. Surveillance
nothing else mattered.
Like if only Daquan had robbed Goat knew with just sneakers and gloves, he would have got away.
No, I wouldn't want him to call into the show.
Oh man. Surveillance video also captured a noticeable tattoo on Jeremy's right side, which helped link him to two other cases from 2016.
He had a tramp stamp.
Where someone was caught, he had the Gilbert tattoo on his arm. Where someone was caught on camera without a shirt, revealing the tattoo. It'd be funny if it was Gilbert. He shows up to break into the house with fire extinguishers and sparklers. Deputies searched Jeremy's home and recovered most of the stolen property. They also discovered a marijuana grow operation in a back shed, and all 26 plants were seized. Jeremy is facing a number of charges, including drug-related charges and burglary.
Man, what did he think he do? You thought he was bagging up heroin like how they do in the movies when the chicks be naked doing it? Like,
Yeah, I guess. Got high on his own supply and just went crazy. Man, yeah, shout out to Jeremy and Phoenix.
Did it say what shoes he had on?
I just want to assume he had some fusions on.
Probably some Jordan 1 Fats.
Yeah. Is it some fats or some fusions? Only people that buy those shoes willingly will.
He had on them,
That's probably what Jumpman is right now. He got arrested for.
what was the Jordan 1s they tried to redo? What was they called? Was the Jordan 1, the Alpha? Was that the... Good. Remember the ones they had redid the Jordan 1 that had redid like the sole on it.
That's the one Ray Allen used to hoop in.
And D Wade was hooping in it for a little bit when he was on Jordan.
That was a
first.
Jordan.
Was that?
Oh yeah, Nightwing just got a pair. He been talking them up. I forgot.
It wasn't a 1.5.
No, it was a Jordan one.
Yeah, that's some Jordan variation.
Alpha, a bounce.
Yeah, I think it was like a Jordan 1 Alpha.
We'll keep those.
I wonder what them going for.
Yep, it's those. No, it's not that.
No,
It's not that.
yeah, I think so.
No, it's not that. I know when I say it had like perforations.
Yeah, these got the Jordan 1 Alphas got perforations on it.
Is that it? Okay, that's
Yeah,
it.
it is. Yeah, it is. Because it's the one Ray Allen used to wear. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Jordan 1 Alphas.
Yep.
And keep those.
Yeah. They going for $2.99 on StockX.
Is it?
Huh?
You serious?
I just pulled it up.
Wow. StockX. Speaking of StockX, somebody posted a guy that allegedly sold fakes and got like 88 pairs through.
Yeah, I posted on the group chat.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
that is. I don't know what to speak on that. Anybody?
Yeah, whoever that authenticator was.
I think I know.
So do I.
I'm not one to point fingers.
Man, do what you got to do, man.
Did StockX say anything back to him or no?
No.
They
At
don't
least
respond,
nothing I saw.
they don't respond publicly.
To like stuff like that. Yeah.
My thing is, you get your account shut down. That was dumb. It's like, hey, DEA, look how many bricks I got across.
Basically.
Like, yeah, man. Like, I was. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
man.
know what to say about that. I just
It's that whole Travis Scott debacle. Like, it's just stupid.
but StockX is taking a beating though. Like
Yeah,
the last
from
few
stupid
months.
people mostly. Like,
And Nike laughing like, ha, we made so many inconsistent pairs. that
That's what
StockX
it
took the
is.
heat from it.
that's
StockX
what
took
it
the
is.
heat
And
from
like, I know that I saw like someone posted up. I don't know if it was in the group chat that was like, my pair was retailed at $175, and the one I got from StockX was $160. You guys see that one? Like,
No.
So the MSRP is different on two boxes.
All right.
Because when they released during the Grammy, retail was $160. So Nike upped the price. So that's what happened. Stupid. Like,
Wow.
And-
So I'm just
and like if you look at the production on those shoes, like they've been producing them for like a year. Like, so there's so many different production windows on them. So it's like,
I don't know if it's just because I'm just more aware of StockX or whatnot, but it just seems like they get shitted on more than any other platform.
they do.
I mean, I don't think people buy as much as from StockX as they do from GOAT.
You think more people buy from StockX than Go?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see the numbers.
I think it's just easier. to
I've
buy
never
with
heard
StockX.
somebody say I got these from GOAT, except for you.
I mean, I've seen a couple people say like when they shit on StockX,
Yeah.
they be like, "Oh yeah, this doesn't happen with GOAT." That's the only time I really seen anything.
I will
about
say,
GOAT get mentioned.
well, no, what's the name bought from Goat?
Oh yeah.
He laughing. I'm trying to think though. Like, I'm trying to like compare the two apps in my mind. I gotta admit, like StockX is more Goat is more cumbersome to try to operate through.
It's like a Samsung and an iPhone.
StockX just so like seamless. Like I don't want to buy this.
I don't know.
I
I've been
wanna
at
sell this.
the app. Has been,
I've seen a couple of shoes I want on GOAT. I'm just like, how long did it take to get them?
the app is acting up
Goat's pretty quick.
lately.
I gotten shoes pretty quick from Goat.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Wow.
It depends on the seller.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a week.
Because it takes a minute. Because it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's
I mean, I guess what probably benefits us is if you're someplace where the facility is located at, you probably do get it a lot quicker
yeah.
because it basically gets shipped.
From StockX.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying something, yeah, because it doesn't have to travel as far.
Well, it depends, like you said, because like they got the Phoenix location and the Jersey location.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like if you probably somewhere like Miami or something, like where would the closest StockX?
Here, right?
Yeah, wouldn't this be or no? Wouldn't Jersey?
Will Jersey be closer?
It's
No.
I guess it depends on where it's being shipped to, right?
Well, that's what I said. If it's going to like Miami,
Oh, it would make more
And say
sense.
it's-
Like,
it sold
go
from, like-
if it's going to Miami and it got sold from where?
let's say it got sold from Albuquerque, no, because they got it in
That'll go to
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Okay, because I kind of. So
Depends
if
on
it's
the
getting,
seller.
so if it's coming from Minnesota, it'll probably go to Detroit.
so it depends on the path of between seller and buyer. I
Yeah.
guess. But no, they've been taking a beating lately, and that's like.
I mean,
Damn, I wanted to touch on something. We ain't got no time though.
pause.
Exactly.
Damn it. Phrasing. No, I wanted
sounded
to
way too excited
speak on
about
a
that.
subject. Jesus. I wanted to speak on a subject, but we ain't got time. I'm going to get to the next week's show, but we had kind of touched on it when we did the interview with StockX. And it's something that's really been bothering me. So, but that's my teaser. Anyway.
That's all you got.
No, it's my teaser, so people got to tune in next week to.
Some
so,
influencers do. You do that on your YouTube channel, don't you?
Swear to God. Swear to God.
You said you ain't had no energy for it, so
I really don't, man. That's what I'm saying. Swear to God, because it's like, dog, I want to, but it's like, I don't feel like it. It's like Facebook arguments. Like, I want to respond to this idiot.
I
but
do
it's
not
like,
argue with Facebook. Facebook is like
like, I'm
Instagram
good.
for your parents. Like, I do not. I use it as a black book. If you lose somebody's number, that is it. And that's really Facebook Messenger. But outside that, no. That'd be like when you see your aunt start posting, you see your aunt and your uncles on your timelines. Like, I need to get away from this.
Yeah. So, on that note, it was episode 217.
I
Right?
don't even know.
Yeah, 217. So, 3 away from 220.
it's the episode we did today.
Yes. So, more wrestling than sneakers. But anyway, thanks you guys for supporting us thus far. And like I said, we're looking forward to 220, and we will see you guys next week. We out.
All right, peace.